The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
As a true best friend and good friend and family friend, and your family has stood by me, defended me in the MJ trial. What are you doing, my friend?
That's sweet.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. Can I borrow $3,500?
No, you can't buy $3,500. Hold on. In case anybody didn't hear it, he goes, can I borrow $3,500? You got to go catch a Cubs game? Wow.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Wednesday, June 3, 2026. With the infamous Mike positioned correctly. And seems like he's in a pretty good mood. And looks like maybe you're down a pound or two.
Down to 43.
Woo. Yeah. It shows.
I can't get out of the 40s, bro.
I know, man. Once you get stuck in a 10-pound gimmick.
And I did what you said. Well, you're starving yourself. Eat a little bit better. Eat a little bit more. So I do that a couple of times. My wife says I don't eat enough, but I don't know, man.
I got to tell you, man, I have been really trying to diet, and I've not been public about it because of just, the haters and the trolls will continue to tell me that I'm a fat ass, and I am. But I have lost a little bit of weight. I'm not going to give any particulars or anything like that. But so literally, Lasker, I'm like you. I can eat responsible, but unless I absolutely starve myself, I don't lose weight. And so, like last night, Larry Plummer and his grandchildren are here visiting from Warsaw, and the kids are going to Disney World today. So yesterday, I fired up the grill. We had hot dogs and hamburgers and. Well, I cracked open my Omaha steak package that I got.
Is that why you cleaned up the yard for Larry?
Yeah, I did.
I reached out to him, so hopefully I hear back on
it. Looks real nice
something.
Out there.
Looks good, doesn't it, Gene?
Yeah.
Pull in, all mowed.
Did you tell them to leave for Disney around now so they can beat all the traffic?
Yep, they're leaving. Right. I think they're leaving in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, smart.
So anyway, I have one. So yesterday, Lummy, I have an egg sandwich for breakfast. Okay, that's it. And then I have I had a thing of string cheese and one Monster when I was on the air. And then I started grilling about 12. I had a couple phone calls to make after the show. I didn't get to do my break it down with Bubba because I was working the grill for the family and taking the kids swimming and everything. So that's all I had, an egg sandwich, a thing of string cheese, and I know what I weighed in the morning. And so then I had at 12:30, I had a hot dog with a bun. No, I had a hamburger with no bun, and then a hot dog with a bun. And that's it. That's all I had. So I had a hamburger with no bun, a hot dog with a bun, an egg sandwich, and string cheese. Now, how do you say, calorically or caloritically? Or
caloritic?
Whatever. Calorie-wise, I don't even know that amounts to 1,500 to 2,000 calories. I don't even know. And I didn't eat after 1 o'clock. Like, I didn't eat. So, I'm thinking. So I weigh last night before I go to bed, and I'm hungry. It's like 7 o'clock, and I'm hungry. But I'm like, That's where I really do my best. That's where I can really lose some weight. Where if I don't eat my last, kind of like a fasting kind of deal that Anna all turned us on to. But so if my last meal is at 1 and my first meal is at 4, that's like 15 hours or so of fasting, and usually I'll wake up like 2 or 3 pounds lighter. Okay, so I went to bed and I weighed myself. And I knew what it was. So, I was hungry. So I'm like, man, the only thing I drank was maybe like a half a glass of water to take some of my, my sleep meds. And I wake up and I know what my number is. And I'm like, oh my God, I got this little goal that I'm trying to hit. Like, Gene, I'm trying to go to the next number down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're stuck in the 40s. I'm stuck in, I'll just be honest with you. I'm stuck in the 90s. And I went in and I weighed 291.6 last night.
Oh.
Okay? Weighed 291.6. Last night, I'm hungry as hell. I have a half a sip, like maybe 3 ounces of water. And I'm like, I was so excited today because I knew I was going to get in the 80s. I just knew I was.
I ain't never lost 2 pounds in one day ever.
No, at night you will.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, Gene. My last meal was at 1, so my body's just going to be a little. It should have been just a little melting factory at night as I sleep 8 hours. And so I'm thinking, and it's usually without fail, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to hit because I'm trying to hit 89. I'm trying to hit 289. I want to get, like, Gene, just like you want to get in the 30s.
Yeah.
And I've been in the 90s now for like a month, and I was at 313 when I started, and so I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to be trans. I don't care. People can.
You were 313.
I was good. I was 3. No, I was 3.
No, I'm saying you looked good at the point.
No, I didn't. I looked like a fat ass, especially when I shaved. I look like I got this big fat gobbler. I got to maybe have Dan cut that out or something. I don't know. I gotta get even skinnier now that I'm clean shaven because it really shows you're fat. Like, Gene, like your face is starting to kind of thin out and get sculpted a little bit as you don't.
I ain't getting that. What do they call that face now? The
Ozempic face.
I don't got one of them.
No,
I told my wife I ain't got that,
and neither do I because I'm not on that. I'm not either.
Semi-autograph Travis, $20.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried Ozempic and beat it. Like, it didn't do anything for. I don't know if I wasn't taking a big enough dose. This was like a year or two ago.
It didn't do nothing for me neither when I tried it.
Yeah, it didn't do nothing for me. I'm like,
but they said, well, you ain't on it long enough.
I'm like, man, I'm still starving. I'm still take a shot and be like, by like day 2 or 3, your appetite should be. I'm like, man, I'm hungrier than I was before I took this stuff. I want to go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac and a 6-piece right now, immediately. So last night I weigh in 291.6. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm starving right now. My body's probably, so I'm going to wake up. I'm going to wake up at like 80. I know this is the way it is. I'm going to wake up at 89. Oh my God, I'm going to get in the 80s. Then I'll eat a sensible breakfast, maybe just like, an egg sandwich with none of the bread, just egg and cheese, just something kind of even more responsible. Woke up this morning, 291.4. It's like ruined my day. I'm like, what? Hold on. So then I took my underwear off, thinking it was going to
wait.
Thinking it was going to, maybe I got a pound there or something because I did weigh nude after the shower last night. So I went down to nude, and it was 291.3, like a tenth of an ounce.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, what happened to my little furnace that was supposed to burn last night?
It was creating muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat.
Oh,
no, man, they say that.
Oh, mommy, don't. Yeah, I still feel and look fat. So I'm just like, anyway. I'm going to try to continue to but then you get like a little setback like that and you're like, screw it. I'm going to eat some French fries today and, whatever. So anyway, I
lose the best weight a little bit, like 2 to 4 pounds a month is what I've been averaging.
Well, you said you went to your doctor and your nurse came in and kind of gave you, and she said, listen, you've been averaging 4.3 pounds a month.
Yeah. And that's
which is like a pound a week. And that's the way.
And watching it, you see the ounces. I only go by like 0.9 and 0.4, and then I'm down to another number.
But hold on, here's the deal: when you're 291.9, you're really 292.
Yep.
You're not 291. Come on, bud. You
round down.
I round down, even though I'm at that. Like if you're at It should be like 6 and above, you round up. 5 and below, you round down.
I'm just glad to be point something, but one down.
Yeah, why didn't
the big number?
So I thought maybe the big number I'd at least hit 90, 290. Like 290.
If I don't eat nothing but 2 hamburger patties and a little bit of ketchup between 2:30 and 6, right there, that's all I eat.
Yeah, I gotta starve myself.
That's the only thing I can eat.
I think it was that big Omaha hot dog with a bun and slathered in ketchup. That probably was my deal. But I'm like, really? Like you're
only a hot dog.
You're a fat ass, and your body needs a certain amount of calories to maintain your fat assness.
Not like 3 slices of chocolate cake.
No, but I didn't eat that.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just ate it. So anyway, but then sometimes I'll kind of not do so good on my diet. But here's the deal, Gene. If I go out and work, besides sitting here on my ass and doing this show, but if I go out and get on my skag and actually get a good sweat going, then the weight just, Macho, you're right. I got to do cardio.
You know what, Bubba? You know what I felt, and now that you have it, I hate doing cardio, so I started doing laps at the pool.
I started doing that too.
Hey man, that's a workout.
I started doing that too, and I started at 20 laps.
Yeah,
and I would do like every other. So like lap 1 and 2 would be like the breaststroke, and then lap 3 and 4 would be like the freestyle overhand deal. And I put on a snorkel and a mask so that I can keep my head down the entire time.
Oh, there you go.
And so, but the kids are here now, and so so I can't get into my swimming routine as much because I'm playing with the kids in the pool and things like that. So
why swim right over the top of them, smash them?
No, I'm not going to smash them. So anyway, so I got an interesting call yesterday, and there's a part of me that doesn't have to do anything, and I can just leave. And this is from Brian the babyface. And I guess that Seth has. Listen, I pride myself on being wide open, fellas.
Got a story now.
Yeah, I pride myself on being wide open. I'm not holding anything back. Like I didn't even kayfabe you about my weight. You know exactly what I weighed. Just for those scoring at home and who want to troll me and I weighed 291.4 today. That's what I weighed. So you can figure my BMI and how fat I am and disgusting I am. And what have you, and I guess I can be a little more open about me trying to diet, and I'm trying to be better and lose some weight. So with the Seth Kushner situation, I never really wanted to talk about what I talked about, and I figured if I was going to talk about what I talked about, I was going to go wide open like I did, and so obviously. That was a reaction to Seth's wife's posting on her Facebook, taking a shot at me. And even though she didn't mention me by name, there's only one person in the world she could be talking about. And if you were open or following her, and I did get screenshots of it, my name was mentioned in the comments, and she was responding to that. Now, that didn't get posted, of course. And it's all been since taken down. And, prior to that shot that Jessica Kushner took on me, I've not said a word. Even though I genuinely dislike Seth. I think he's a scumbag. I think he's absolutely a money-grubbing scumbag, and he knows deep down how good I took care of him and how there was a different set of rules for him versus everybody else. And you know what, everybody else? I'm sorry for that because the 2 people that are left, 3 with Gary, and then you count Gene and Dan and Jay and Brian to an extent,
I'm a virus, though. You can't run me off.
That's fine. You'll get your own. You'll run yourself off.
You're like COVID.
You'll implode. You'll implode. You'll hit your own chip one day and just completely drop, blow a piston. Blow a main cap. So
Gene's AIDS.
So here's the deal. So.
Thanks, Macho Man. He speaks up once in a while. He dogs me hard.
That was me.
That was Lummy.
Oh,
I wish Macho Man would get his microphone.
You were playing Macho Man.
Lummy, I do wish Macho Man would get his was get his microphone. I missed the occasional macho chime-ins.
Yeah, I think he's going to be working on it in the next couple of days or week.
This week.
Yeah.
I think today, you and him, you have to.
Oh, we are? No, because I'm eating Wolf down there, too.
You got to go to the old studios.
We
you
are.
got to.
I'm
because
100%.
you two, like FMB is kind of the last, the engineering and FMB are kind of the last things that are remaining for them to move.
Yeah, and then Wolf's getting his drums today.
And so New York Greg and found, of course, Glowbug. Thank you, Glow. Thank you, Glowbug. Did I mention Mushroom Mitch for 100 yesterday?
Yes.
I don't know that I.
Yeah, you did quickly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mitch.
So, this weekend, probably Saturday. I was told much. Oh, is that the microphone or is that? I heard you guys. A microphone. Okay, cool. So I heard you guys were going down today to try to button that up. So anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. But anyway, so.
You said something about New York Greg found something.
Oh, New York Greg found 2 Mexicans yesterday at Home Depot.
Oh, huh.
They just found them. They're just.
Well, no, they still sit out there.
Yeah, they still out in the corner.
But now, Lummy, they don't stay. They stay in. They'll go with one guy who actually has a car, and they stay in the car.
Oh, follow you.
So the one guy will drive, so they hired this Cuban and this Mexican yesterday. The Cuban guy had a car. His name was Carlos, oddly enough, and they hired him as day laborers. And these dudes were like next level. Erica ordered some Domino's, and they're like, oh my God, next level workers. They're going back today, and they're saying, other than the gym equipment and your guys' engineering area, they're pretty much done.
Oh, good.
I guess it looks completely beautiful outside. The back is completely cleared. All the goat shanty stuff's been taken down. All the wiring and from the merch trailer and all the conduit and the railroad ties and just everything is completely cleaned up.
Do you want to guess how many pounds it's been on the dump? How much stuff has been removed?
15,500.
Close, 14,860.
14.8 is the same as 15,000.
Well, if you can just lose weight that quick.
Yeah, no. So anyway, I got a lot of loose ends. Merch Crick and Bob Cook and Tease and New York Greg have just absolutely have been my angels, and I cannot wait to get out of that building 100% so that I can turn it over to the landlord, Mark Tate. He can start showing it or knock it down or sell it or something. So that, because we're kind of the holdup right now. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. So I get a call from Brian yesterday, and Brian was like, listen, I listened to what you had to say, and Seth is all freaked out, and he called me, and you are wrong about a lot of things.
Oh.
You are misinformed about a lot of things. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, and so we went through the things that I'm supposedly misinformed about. And I said, well, let's just start here in the fact that I wouldn't have even had this conversation or even had to go down this road had his wife not posted what she did about me. I was not going to talk about any of this. I don't like talking about family. I don't, especially that particular topic. That's a very taboo and very, very private topic that, most families don't want aired out. And I probably shouldn't have aired it out, but I'm just not going to sit here and take it knowing all the nice and above board extra things I did for the guy, the how he could come and go, the lack of really being into the show's success, nickel and diming me about every little extra thing he would do. Totally not a team player. Was very, very judgmental on the content that Lummy would give me to prepare the show. Just and if you really want what's best for the show, and you think that we're not providing the content that the viewers and listeners want to hear, and I'm paying you what I'm paying you, then step up and say something. And say, hey, listen, you know what? I used to be an executive producer, and that's kind of somewhat my forte, if you will. And I would have the following, different, things or guests or segments or whatever. instead of just sitting over here and acting like you're miserable and making gestures of shooting yourself in the neck, then throwing your headphones and quitting and walking out. Say something. And when I ask you to do me a little 1 minute, testimonial for Video Killed the Radio Star, you don't charge me $105.
Also, if he wasn't happy with the different things that we were sending or not sending, because we also did have Pantera at the time too sending, all he had to do was just tell us, hey, can we maybe go this way, a couple different things?
All he had to do is listen, can we go this way, and I will step up and provide those things.
Or just tell us, so I could tell, at the time Pantera too, and be like, hey, let's switch up a couple of the topics.
Well,
I know, So
anyway, and listen, so Brian's going to call in today about 10 after or 15 after 7, and to set me straight, so to speak, on what I was wrong about.
What could that be?
Well, I'm not going to get into it now because I'll give the I'll basically be saying what Brian's going to say. I know what he's going to say. I don't necessarily agree with him. And you know what? Quite frankly, I don't have to put him on the air. Quite frankly, I don't even have to correct or right the ship or make sure the information that I had wrong is corrected. I dispute some of it, but at this point, this has actually given Seth, a way to an explanation, if you will, or a way to rebut what I said. I don't have to do that. He has his forums and podcasts and different platforms that he could combat what I potentially may have said erroneously or wrong. First of all, let me just tell you this. Anything that I said wrong or erroneously was not that I knowingly knew it was wrong, or I truly believe in what I said based on the information that was given to me. Now, I misinterpreted 2 pieces of information, but you can see, and Brian did agree, that based on how it was couched and told to me, one would understand why I would have misinterpreted it. What my sister said to me and what Brian said to me, I misinterpreted.
Did you get the wrong price?
Yeah, I kind of got the wrong price and kind of how. Well, now it's easy though, Lummy, to now craft a defense in what I've said. Now that you've had X amount of when did I do that on
Monday?
Did I do it on Monday? No, I didn't do it on Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
Now that you've had 24 hours or whatever to hear what I said, to take what I said and craft it to make yourself look less guilty. Anybody can do that, but have either one of you, or even including Macho Man or anybody that's watching or listening, have you ever known me to let somebody that has done me dirty come back and explain their position? No. It's my show. You know what? Yeah, so maybe I embellished something a little bit. Maybe I'm spreading a little propaganda. That's the luxury of having your own show.
Yep. So
But
sandbox.
It's my sandbox. My sandbox. Gene, just like in your world of powder coating.
I can run you off if I want to.
If you don't want to do those valve covers, you're not. But if they're for your best friend, you'll do them.
No problem.
Because you know what? It's my oven. It's my powder. It's my workers. It's
I thought he was going to ask me for money one day, but because he was sad out there. We was out there peeing, out in the front, and he started explaining a little bit. Hey, going to go out of town, and he got to take care of this, and he got to help his wife. And I was changing my shirt, so I could wear a different shirt, different sponsor shirt, and then maybe I shouldn't say this, but I pulled my shirt off the hanger, and I kind of handed him the hanger. Here.
Oh, Gene. Gene. Let's not go there. Okay.
But he didn't come up with he didn't ask me for no money though. But
I know. But he was telling you.
But he was telling
about
me
a medical situation, and you handed him a hanger. Of course you did.
But I was changing my shirt. The hanger was in my hand.
Sure it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
I understand. And let's keep that just right here amongst us girls. Thanks.
Okay.
So anyway, Brian, I'm like. And I don't think if I rethought about allowing this phone call at 7:10 today and just changed my mind, I don't think that I don't know that I think Brian would be mad, but damn Brian, my God, can you suck it? Can you be any more of of a bootlicker. Like my God, the guy did me unbelievably dirty, regardless of how 15 or 20% of what I said was misinformation. But I've never ever in my career, after I've buried somebody, let them come back for the rebuttal. That'd be like me having Spice Boy on tomorrow for him to explain his side of the sex tape.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a good story. I'm sure he's got a good story. I'm sure that Spice Boy have to defend that now for however many years, because there's people.
All the strangers that's asked him.
Yes,
yeah,
the guy at the Publix told me that he said, you don't know the whole story.
Yeah, and and there was a lot. It also got back to me that one of the stories he was telling people was that I took the sex tape to work and played it for my entire staff. We all watched it, and so I never did that. I would never want anybody to see that. I mean, and that's one of his excuses that supposedly has gotten back to me. But I've absolutely told the truth. You can watch the documentary. You can go look at court proceedings. You can go look at testimony. You can go look at, Gawker versus Hogan and Cox. If you go to the Pinellas County Courthouse, I think it's PP Pinellas County. I don't know. If you just Google Pinellas County Judicial System or something like that, it'll give you a link. And if you type in Bolea v. Cox, it's all the Calta information, all the Spice Boy information, other people that may have been involved, Big Dick, just lots of different people that, Hamill's name came up a few times, a lot of, you can read it for yourself. The FBI sting and the investigation, you can read it for yourself.
But none of that came up about you showing it.
Well, what's crazy is
it didn't happen.
All the people that I hung out with after the fact, after I left, and during that whole time when they were haters and they were just saying never, a lot of other things, that never came up. Yeah. From Miller to I never talked to Big Dick, but Miller 25, Jabberjaw, Hamill.
None of them.
Yeah.
Because I never did it.
Yeah,
Brent will tell you. Even Manson, who hates me, and he doesn't show a Spice Boy. Now, I don't know if Manson is continuing his propaganda or not, but Manson knows. Manson would probably be a stand-up guy. He hates my guts. I'm sure I'm a lot of things to him, but he would probably be honest in saying, Bubba never showed us that.
Yeah, Manson's not a liar.
No, he's a pretty good dude. I'm like, he's a good dad, he's a good husband, and he's very talented, and I wish things would have ended differently with us. I really do. And there's a part of me, I know that it'll never happen, but there's a part of me that someday wishes I could fix and repair that relationship and we could do radio again. Or we could do content again. He's so talented. He's not that good of a number one host, but he's probably the best number two guy
ever
in the history of my career, let alone the business.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. There's nobody better at parodies. He played the Ned gimmick, which was probably a large portion of my success. And, but I don't know I don't think they even really talk about the topic. That way Manson doesn't have to lie and Spice Boy doesn't have to lie.
No comment.
And they can just hate on me about other things. But so anyway, there's a part of me that wants to tell Brian, you know what, Brian? Yeah, I got a couple things wrong. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the two things that I got wrong. And Brian's going to reiterate this and walk us down the Seth Kushner defense path.
He's going to lawyer us up.
But this is what I got wrong. One, my sister, he didn't ask my sister for money. My sister offered. Okay.
But he had to tell the story for her to offer.
Well, that's...
In the story, it had to be, I need.
Well, I'm just saying. So,
I guess... When did he tell her the story? Was it after you already gave her the money?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, she's not that gullible or nothing.
Now, hold on. So, that's one thing I got wrong. I said he asked. I guess he didn't ask. But then how would she even know that he needed money if he didn't tell some kind of story? So
you're right.
So I got that wrong. The other thing is Brian said he didn't give $3,500. He gave far less than that, and he offered to pay for the hotel or pay for the airfare or something. And Seth said no, he had it covered. Okay,
but he gave him cash.
I don't know what he gave him. And then the other thing is Seth said he's gone back and checked his records. And I didn't give him $3,500 in April for this particular procedure or whatever. I actually gave him $2,500 in
damn cheapskate.
in March because he was behind on rent. And that's what they're coming up with.
So you didn't give him no money at all for what happened?
I guess I gave him $2,500, and I went back and checked my records, and I did. I gave him $2,500 in March, but I did know that he did come to me and needed $2,500. So I assumed, as I found out about this procedure, and my
So he
sister
took his rent money and installed it.
I just assumed. Now, here's what I don't understand. I know he's cashed in his 401k from Cox. Is he that irresponsible with money that you got to just be going and nickel and diming everybody for money all the time? Or can you not get a real job? I mean, I guess before he started me, he got fired from the Los Angeles gig. He got fired and then when he was working for me, he tried to do that card hustle. He got fired after a week of that. Before me, I guess he was a barista or something, a coffee maker at some little coffee shop in St. Pete. So, like,
a barista?
Yeah, that's what they call, like, the people that work at Starbucks, the people that make your coffee, they're called baristas. So,
that was a jacked up bra.
The three things that I'm wrong about is that I didn't give him $3,500, I gave him $2,500. And I guess he told me, I don't remember this, but he told me that it was to catch up on rent. Okay, I still gave him $2,500. 2, my sister didn't ask my sister, she offered. That's still taking it. And then 3, Brian didn't help to the tune of $3,500, that it was far less than that, and Brian offered as well. Those are the things, and then the other things are, I guess.
So Brian didn't give him any money.
I don't know.
I think you take fly to take
and then
test live on
the other thing is everybody that's posting the actual procedure got done in Pittsburgh, not Chicago, and everybody that I was misinformed there, and everybody that's when they went to Chicago as a family for the summer, it was after this procedure, and it was their little summer vacation. And the Chicago pics that they took they didn't take any pics in Pittsburgh during this procedure. But he did go to a Phillies game during when Jessica was having this procedure.
And he went to a baseball game.
Oh,
man.
But because they didn't want the kid to be exposed to the hospital element of what's and I understand that. I completely understand that. So that's what I'm wrong about. And the reason why I'm wrong about that is because at my birthday party, Lummy, and this is how I messed it up.
Chop it up spice, $20.
This is how I messed. You know what? Let me go into words, and I'll come back.
There you go.
And tell you how I messed it up. I didn't make these. I wasn't painting with a broad brush and trying to give specifics to bury this kid. I had conversations with both my sister and Brian. And they both will admit that they didn't describe it to me in the manner of which I took it. And they left it very open-ended, so I just assumed that everybody donated money like I did to the tune of what I did.
But when you talked to both of them about that, was that after he was fired?
Yes. It was. He got fired on the 21st, and my birthday party here at the house was the 24th, Saturday the 24th. So I talked to everybody. That's when I made contact with Brian and my sister about this topic, because we were talking about the fact that Seth just basically quit. I didn't fire him. He quit.
And then they brought it up. Well, I gave him some money, and he's never going to pay me back now.
I'm going to get into that, Gene, the conversation, the actual verbiage used.
How that worked.
And how I automatically assumed it was to the level of what I participated in, and it wasn't. And I didn't participate to the tune of $3,500. I participated a month earlier to the tune of $2,500, and it wasn't for the procedure. It was to get caught up on rent.
If he caught up on the rent, then he used the rent money on the procedure.
Okay.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Macho Man, you need a fucking microphone. For the simple fact is, sometimes you need to chime in and help me out. Because Lummy, you know him, he's up fucking Bubba's ass, and Bubba says, I'm an asshole, and so does Lummy. I ain't got no one on my side.
I said it.
Yeah, you did.
Always around. That's what I said.
Well, I thought it was Marshall that said, oh my God, they're trying to kill me. But yeah, you get. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's me and Bubba. Oh, he got his horn coming. Oh, no, he got me. You know, he should have taught me. I don't
Yeah, so then you can't hear the compressor. That's
why you kind of laugh.
So let me. I got my new compressor out there.
Well, we were just talking about how we're gonna run it. We're probably gonna put it in the garage.
No,
No?
it's got to be above me.
Okay.
Not the compressor.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be above me. The compressor and the horns are going to be side
Well,
by
the horn's
side.
gonna be above you.
Yeah, but you might as well put the compressor right. We don't have to run all that. Let's just put horns
one
and then
line.
hold on. Listen to me. Horns facing that way, so they're not facing my neighbors.
Yeah.
With the compressor right beside it. If I need another compressor for the garage,
It won't make enough. No, it won't make noise for you.
it'll kick on a little bit, but it don't fucking matter.
Well,
I mean,
we were just thinking because the wire's already long enough that there's already wires run that we could just feed it right through, and it's just we put it right in that little corner right back there.
That's where my gym set's gonna go. Let's just keep it up here. When it runs, it runs.
All right.
I mean, we'll just be like, hey, it's running. Who cares? There's the compressor.
Well, I mean, and by the way, now it's a new one. It shouldn't run as much.
No, I mean, listen, you run it that far. That's
But I'm saying it shouldn't run as much because the
line.
The gallon or the 5 gallons is in full of water.
Right.
So
Well,
it can
not only
actually
that,
keep-
but not only are we doing, I got a brand new compressor that's more efficient, doesn't have any
Yeah.
water in it, but it doesn't have to maintain pressure for a line that goes forever. It's only maintaining pressure for a line that much.
Yeah.
So it will go off probably half as much.
You won't be able to leave it down long.
Oh no, I can leave it out. I mean, it goes to 150 pounds and it doesn't kick on till like 40 or 50. So it and
So
like
you'll have plenty.
You'll have 4, 5, 6 bursts before it builds back up. And we'll make a big deal about it. Let me the compressor's going. Like, we don't have to be. We're not fucking iHeart where we gotta. We're a bunch of fucking hill jacks that can say we got a fucking air compressor above our heads. By the way, Merch Quick's full fucking hot.
What happened?
She said, you gave him cash from our savings.
Oh.
And she wrote, and hold on, and she wrote it down on our ledger.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing you have the bookkeeper.
I was going to bring you trash cans in, but they were still full.
Yeah, they have to dump them this morning. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Are both of them yours?
The two, I think there's 3 out there. One's my neighbor's, and then
There
the
was
two-
only 2 right at that moment.
those are probably mine.
Yeah.
That's why I could get my 4-wheeler back from Bobby, because I could use that to go get the trash barrels.
Yeah, you're going to need that.
So he's got my 4-wheeler, my cream machine, my caddy, my 2 mopeds.
You go to the tool place, Northern Tool or the other one, and they make a cart for like
Ladies, it's his day. Time to make him happy. Give your father what he really wants for Father's Day. A new box. You know he is fed up with it. Streaming services that are nickel and diming him every month, not getting what he wants when he wants it. With Get a Box, you buy it once and enjoy entertainment without any monthly subscription fees. Watch the channels you love, the biggest games, and incredible movies and shows, all from one easy-to-use device. Simply connect your box to your home Wi-Fi, plug it into your TV, and you're ready to go in minutes. With Get a Box, you buy it once and enjoy entertainment without monthly subscription fees. For a limited time, just for dad or that new grad, visit getabox.com and use promo code BUBBA to save $40 on any box. That's promo code BUBBA for $40 off. Getabox.com. Every channel, every game, every movie ever made.
Broadcasting live
Guilty bastard!
from the den of sin. Just leave your morals at the door.
Yeah!
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you can hear my voice and you're in Florida, hell, maybe you could even be out of state and do your deal. If you want to get a really good deal on a Harley, go to crystalharley.com. Phone number 352-563-9900, located on 1147 South Suncoast Boulevard, right there in Homosassa. New inventory, pre-owned. They got some unbelievable used bikes. You know, the minute you pull it off the showroom, sometimes they've lost a little bit of value. Nothing's better than getting a good deal on a bike that somebody took care of. There's a lot of, Gene, you know this, but there's a lot of weekend warriors and doctors and whatever that go out and buy a $35,000 Harley. They put literally 1,200 miles on it. Then for whatever reason, they're no longer a Harley enthusiast, and they're like, you can go get a 2021 for $11,000 less than it retailed for, and it's got 1,000 miles on it.
Yep, that's the one you want.
And they got a bunch of those. You can look at all their inventory. They got an unbelievable showroom, an unbelievable service department, unbelievable Harley Davidson apparel. Of the parties all weekend. They do every Saturday and Sunday. They got some type of live music and event, barbecue, hamburger, hot dogs, beer. They're the official Harley Davidson dealership of the show, in conjunction with our northern Harley Davidson dealer, Lummy, which is Emerald Coast Harley, owned by Gus.
Yes.
So between Crystal Harley and Emerald Coast Harley, there's your two-stop shopping when it comes to buying your new or pre-owned Harley Davidson. Again, crystalharley.com. Great people, great sponsors, and thank you so much for all you do for the show. Now, as I continue this, Lummy, Erica is full hot. Full hot. Listen, she's much younger than me. She's got a far better memory than me. I am so scattered and got so many different things, and I have some,
than you.
And she's way better looking. She's got big jugs, nice little ass, and she's, just absolutely the love of my life. She's just unbelievable to me. She's probably the first woman that probably liked me at 313 and broke. And she pretty much saved my life. She's unbelievable. I just can't rave enough about her. That being said, she's very protective over me, and she writes stuff down more so than I do. She's a little writer downer.
All right.
Little pack rat, and she says, "Whoa, hold on." She said, "Hold on." And this is her actual text. "Pump the brakes, big boy." She says the rent was on his paycheck the month before. You gave him cash for the procedure. I have it written down.
Oh, yeah, Merch Crick, you are the girl.
She said it pulled on my heartstrings, too. I felt horrible for him and his wife. We gave him cash. I have it written down on my ledger.
That's the cop in her.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't keep a lot of cash because I don't have a lot of cash. I don't do much in the cash. Gene's got a powder coat shop where there's probably some people that pay cash.
Yeah, McCarney's.
I don't have a way for, PayPal is electronic, Venmo's electronic, Lummy, Cash App's electronic, YouTube and the money we make from them and the money we make from Facebook and TikTok and Songcast and iTunes and, all of our sponsors, that's all wired and or electronically given to us. I don't go to Crystal Harley and they give me, a couple $1,000 in a brown paper bag.
I got to go up to Homosassa and pick up $1,000 in cash.
Yeah, no. Let me not going over to see Rolo today over at Volkswagen and Rolo's going to put, $2,000 in a brown paper bag and say, "Come see me in 30 days, big ball."
I'll be your bag man.
No, it's going to go right in my Truist account marked as, Wesley Chapel Volkswagen.
Oh, they got to write it off.
I don't have, and I don't do the money at the track. Tom Bean does, and he's even stricter than me.
You can't even get to that cash,
no,
can you?
No, because listen. No. We don't, there is a lot of cash in the racing business.
I know.
But not
around Bean.
Not around us. Claim every bit. We even claim the 50-50 and pay a tax on the 50-50. No tracks do that because Tom, has over 100 Domino's pizzas, and he's not going to have his accountant do the racetrack any differently than does his Domino's. Domino's isn't cash; it's all electronic over the app and over your PayPal. So I do a couple phone calls on me that might be related to this particular situation. So I'm just going to tell Brian, nope. I got some information too. So, and listen, I got to tell you something. I never have any more than like 3,000 or 4,000 cash on. I don't ever have that much cash. And I remember specifically, she helped me out on that. I think I had like 2,500 or something, and she kicked in a little bit. But so you gave twice. She's full hot, but one of which I can't prove, Gene. I can't prove the cash. But she is full
you know what?
hot.
That's all proof when she got it on that ledger.
Hi, who's this? You're on the air.
Yep.
Hey, Bubba, this is Terry out of Panama City. How are you doing?
You catching us on 101.1?
Yes, I am.
Man, thank you so much, and spread the word. I really want 101 in Florida Man Radio to kick ass up there.
Yeah, I spread the word. I tell people about you. This goes way back when you were on the radio in Atlanta for a brief moment.
Yeah.
Before they took you back off. But anyway, back to the story about your ex-employee. I grew up with a professional mooch. I got a brother-in-law that's a professional mooch. And I will tell you, they're very, very good at giving you information, telling you their story, and making you feel bad about them without them coming out and directly saying, "Brother, I got to have this for this." And if you're half a decent person and you like that person at all, you're going to be more than willing to give it to them or help them. Inadvertently, they asked for it.
You are so correct, and here's the thing about my sister. She is absolutely a softie. She has probably one of the kindest hearts of any person that I know. And if you're just telling her a story and you're part of her little inner circle like Seth and Phoebe, were, she's going to absolutely offer. You don't have to ask. She's going to offer. But your song and dance story led her to that. And it's this, in my opinion, it's the same, although Tara offered. It's the same as asking when you tell them the big ass story. Are we back on entertainment or podcasts?
Entertainment. Podcast, sorry.
No, I thought I wanted to.
I know, but we have to switch it manually every time, and then it takes a second. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So I want to be in entertainment.
No problem.
Well, let me just look here real fast where I want to be at. Entertainment. All right, whatever. So anyway, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think that he is a professional mooch. He mooched me as much as he could absolutely mooch me, and I'm the idiot for falling for the moochness, if you will.
Yeah, unfortunately, it makes you just fall into the category of an enabler. But once again, it doesn't make you a bad person because if you care anything about that person at all, you're more than willing to try to help them, but they're asking. They're constantly asking. They've got all these dramas, all these things that just make their world a damn typhoon taking them down or whatever.
I mean, he was always like, "Hey, Sponjo, how about an additional 200 for doing this and this?" And I'm just like, I've never in all of my life, in all the people that have worked for me, been shook down as much as I got shook down by him. He just shook me down to the core. You saw a lot of it.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yep.
More importantly, man, thank you for being in Panama City, listening to us on 101.1 Florida Man Radio, and please continue to spread the word. I don't want to get thrown off there.
Absolutely. Can I add one more thing?
All right, go ahead.
This is the first time I've ever called in and spoke on a radio, and when you came on and said hello, it was very easy for me to understand it was my turn to talk.
You know why,
Not
bud?
that difficult.
You know why? Because you're paying attention and you're present and you're not fiddle messing around. You're actually paying attention, waiting for me to pick up, and that's the difference, my friend. Thank you. Along with having an IQ over 100.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Formerly from Atlanta, now at Panama City. Listen to us on 101.1 Florida Man Radio. Thank you. Hello.
Bubba, Louis 3, Michigan.
Hey, Louis 3.
Hey, just listened to yesterday. So you keep saying that Israel is the only reason we got into this, but if you remember back in like December, January, when Trump went to meet with Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar, those three countries is what got it started. That was what this meeting was about. Was going to Iran and get it started. Now Israel obviously is back in it.
I also think that a lot of people aren't. I think Saudi Arabia has a lot to do with it.
Yeah,
I think Saudi Arabia has a lot to do with it.
Because Iran's been messing with them guys.
Well, you mean everybody protects Saudi? Everybody protects Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia is the richest country in the world, I think, and they buy and sell. They are. Listen, they went and killed that Turkish report. I mean, Saudi Arabia are some shady people, and I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of this has to do with their input. Israel's input, Qatar, UAE, it's a group effort. It really is. Now, what Israel can't do, and I'm not the most educated person on this topic, but what Israel can't do, and what I think Trump's the most mad about, is if we have a ceasefire and we're trying to talk to these, and by the way, these people, these Iranians are impossible. They're absolutely impossible to talk to because they're not afraid to die. And so when we're talking to them and they're remaining calm and we're making some progress, Bibi can't lob over some bombs over in Hezbollah while we're trying to, have peaceful ceasefire talks, trying to make some progress so we can get this thing wrapped up in the next, 2 or 3 weeks so that we can get the hell out of here and gas can get back down to $2.75. And Lasker doesn't spend $254 to fill up his diesel truck.
That's right.
Right, you're right, but the only reason they lobbed them over is because they were attacked first, because Iran is just trying to make Trump and everybody look bad to the media, so we fight from within, from the country.
Yeah, well, it's working. It's working. It's working.
I know it is.
They are absolutely masterfully, kicking the can down the road, buying time. And if Israel and all of our allies are not on the same page, and when we say we're going to cease fire, we cease fire, whereas this is going to be something that a year from now is still a thing. And if that goes on, I really feel sorry for the Republicans in Congress and Senate because America will hold them accountable and they will get slaughtered in the midterms, period. And then Trump will get impeached.
And the media is not reporting what's actually going on over there either, because guess who they want to make look bad?
Trump.
Donald Trump.
Well,
they're only reporting that we're attacking here, there, everywhere.
Listen, the media,
Israel's attacking here, there, and everywhere, but Iran is the one doing it first.
Listen, bud.
Or more.
Listen. The media is bought and paid for just like every other aspect of our life. Fox, they suck the Trump. They suck the Trump D. CNN hates the Trump D. CBS is afraid of the Trump D. ABC, everybody has their own agenda. All I know is this: regardless of who's reporting what, who's sucking who's D, this thing needs to get over with quickly. That's all I know, and I don't know who's going to report it that way. This needs to conclude soon. That's all I know.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it. Off topic. Gary Selder, love me, 25 on the PayPal.
Right.
So let me give you the backstory as to how I got some information wrong with regards to this Seth Kushner situation that Brian Matroni is going to call in at about 10 after 7. And you know what? I hope that you guys, and I don't like to pound my own chest, but I am somewhat narcissistic, as you have to be able to sit behind this microphone and try to be somewhat entertaining. You just can't be Johnny ho humble, sit back and not pound your chest and be confident and be sure of yourself and not let the hate just consume you. But come in here every day, wake your fat ass up at 3:50 like you do, and try to come in here. And God forbid that I can't get to at 289 here soon.
You play some records
to make my mentals better. But yes, I don't have. I hope somebody can give me some type of credit or acknowledgement by saying, you don't have to write this record. You don't have to, if you were wrong on a little bit of information, you don't have to put Brian on the air to be Seth's defense attorney. You've never done that before. Why are you doing it now?
Because he's part of the show.
Well, you're right. Because I respect Brian. I don't want to upset him. The new Bubba, or trying to be the better Bubba, cares about my co-host.
Man, I can't wait to mess up so I can get me some free stuff too.
Hey, let me tell you something, Bubba. I really messed up, but you let everybody else slide.
That's
so
right.
I hope I can
I'll be back
maybe
Friday.
I can have Sarah call in and make some excuses for me, and then I'll be on next Friday. Okay,
no
bud?
problem.
All
You
right,
just gave Gene his whole out right there.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah, Bubba said if you called and said I was sorry and I was having a problem, yeah.
We're good.
She would. She would. So anyway, I don't have to let Brian on. But he called me very upset yesterday, and I was like, God, Brian, at the end of the day, like, who cares? I told my side of the story. The information that I got was kind of wrong in some couple instances, and I guess
but
maybe
I just found out some more information from Merge Crick, so
well, yeah.
Maybe it actually looks worse.
Yeah.
You did, or I?
No,
I did.
You did, but then it makes the whole situation
the ledger,
worse.
man, the ledger.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I'm only doing this because I'm trying to listen. I don't wish any ill will on Seth at all. I have the story somewhat I have the story wrong.
Not really.
But the premise of what happened and how he's wired and constantly shaking people down, I'm not incorrect on that. And I'm not incorrect in the fact that I gave him $2,500 additional dollars in March on his paycheck. I looked that up yesterday. And then I went and looked for other checks from other accounts that I had written him. And when Brian said, no, you didn't give him any other check or any other bonus, the bonus that you gave him was to pay for him to get caught up on his rent, and you never give him any other. And I've just gone with that because I actually went into my 2 checking accounts that I would write that type of check out of, and I didn't see it. Actually, when I was working the grill with my Omaha steaks, my hamburgers, my hot dogs, and my chicken breasts, as the kids were playing in the pool, Larry was floating on his lounger, and I was busting my ass on the grill. I was trying to scroll through my mobile banking app to see if indeed I'd written a $3,500 check, and I hadn't. And that was after I had a conversation with Brian. Brian texted me yesterday during the show and said, hey, will you call me after the show? And it was during the show. And I said, the first thing I said is, everything okay? And he goes, yep. And I go, is this about you not being on the show anymore? Are you quitting? And he's like, nope, not at all. So, listen, I'm kind of I get nervous. Gene, you get nervous sometimes, don't you, about things or no?
Yeah, when a cop's behind me.
Well, I guess you don't get really worried about what people think about you or your workers, do you?
No.
Yeah, well, I do.
No.
I get nervous. I do. I'm nervous about moving out of the Nassau building.
I don't know how much that is actually, but 1,000 Thailand bits from Florida Stanley.
Thank you, Florida Stanley. So, but a lot of people may not think this, but I'm kind of somewhat insecure about people being mad at me.
$100, Florida Stanley. Thank you.
Thank you, Florida. Thank you, Florida Stanley. Another little gimmick for you. So, and then knowing that I went hard in the paint with the Seth deal, then I'm thinking maybe Brian at this, and I just can't understand why Brian thinks he has to align himself with this dude. This guy's not a good dude. He's not.
But he's probably a good dude to Brian.
He's a good dude to Brian. He is. He's a good dude to Brian. He wasn't a good dude to me, but he was a good dude to Brian. So
he was a good dude to you for moments.
And he's brilliant. Seth is so good on the air when he is engaged. He's got his mentals right, and he is dancing with us no matter what the topic is.
Yeah.
He's good.
He was good.
Probably, arguably as good as my all-time greatest lineup.
No.
And my all-time greatest lineup ever. No, but my all-time greatest lineup that got me syndicated, that got me the big money, that got me on the Howard radar, that was, and it's the all-time greatest lineup, and it'll never be replicated.
No.
But it was me, Manson, Spice, and Brent.
Yeah.
With David Rice as an engineer. That was the greatest.
And Coco as a kicker in the back.
Coco and 25 and Lummy, all as the Miller, all the ancillary guys.
Lummy wasn't back in them days, was you, Lummy?
Yeah, Lummy was about 08.
Who the hell were you?
Were you 08?
07.
07. Lummy was just a merch guy.
Yeah.
So.
Little intern.
Right.
So. That's the greatest all-time lineup, and I'll put Seth when he's engaged and at his best. I'll put him against any of. He's in that conversation. It's a different feel,
right?
He
ain't no Brent. He ain't no Spice Boy,
and he ain't no Manson.
He ain't no Manson.
But
at all.
Let me tell you something. He's just as good.
But he's his own guy.
Right. He's brilliant, and he did me dirty. It didn't have to go down this way. He overreacted, threw his headphones, walked out, and quit. And he didn't have to do that. If the topic I'm talking about is upsetting you, tell me, Sponjo, hit the brakes on the absorption.
It's just a topic.
It's just, and the actual words that pissed him off were, Seth, just like me and you, weed and abortion. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I've been through 4 abortions. I'm not proud of that. That's kind of my rap. And you,
but you wanted him, and he didn't.
And hold on, and you like weed, so it's just like me and you, weed and abortion. So that's how I intended it. He took it wrong. I guess abortion is a very, very sensitive topic to him. I wasn't directing anything about his procedure.
It didn't happen to him. It happened to his wife.
But it didn't, and it wasn't even. We weren't even in the same context of speaking about medical. It
wasn't about that.
Weed and abortion were in the news. I brought it up.
Right.
I tried to be funny about it. I was trying to be funny about it. He flipped out, and he caused unbelievable damage to him as a provider for his family. He was making a great living here, and that all went away with the sweep of one.
But I think it started weeks.
Oh yeah, well listen,
ahead of time.
The final kicker is when I made Gary and Lummy. Lummy and Gary didn't want to put this montage together because it's not making Seth look good, and neither Gary nor Lummy wanted to be somewhat of a tattletale, but I directed them as a direct order and their immediate supervisor and the boss of this entire place. I want you to take the last 20 shows, which is a month worth of shows, and give me a montage of every time he did a disrespectful hand gesture, like shooting himself in the neck, sticking his tongue out, flipping, and so I didn't ever see these.
I could see him through the crack.
And when Gary and Lummy sent me 15 of them, I'm like, okay, no. So where I got it wrong was, and I'm going to go to words, Brian will probably be on the other side. I'm just kind of over Brian's, I'm kind of over this topic. Brian's going to backfill it, I guess. I guess we're going to ask Brian, come on, man. You can see that he was shaking me down. And I never let people come on and defend a person that's done me dirty. But out of respect to you, I'm going to allow it. And I'm going to keep my mouth shut. And you can tell Seth's side of the story. Now, where I got it wrong, the 2 instances that I got it wrong happened this way. Side. Here's what happened. It's my birthday. It's Saturday, April 24th. We're at my home here. Brian happens to show up. Thank you, Brian, with you and your lovely wife. Your wife is absolutely gorgeous. And my sister shows up with her lovely husband, and so does Brooke Hogan and Steve. They show up as well. And they stayed with Tara. And so Tara's got a much bigger house, and it's more room for their kids to be able to be kids, little twins. Little 1-year-olds that now are mobile and can walk. Yeah. And the one Oliver, the kid, he's like a little Hulk Hogan. He's wild. He's like the size of Walker already.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, and Walker's on the 1% of size.
He is.
So because it's a fresh wound and it just happened 3 days prior of Seth walking out and quitting, that's kind of a topic. So Tara goes to me. We're out there by the pool, and she's like, "Hey, man." Tara calls me B. That's my hey B. I go, "Hey, what's?" I call her Sissy. I go, "Hey, Sissy." She's like, "Hey, I know that you're hurting, or you're sad, or you're disappointed in how the whole Seth thing went down." And I go, "Yeah, I am." And then I helped him with this procedure, and now I can validate that now.
Why? How did that happen?
I just said, man, God, that really sucks because I tried to do everything I could for that guy. And I wish.
I even did that.
And I said, I wish he would take that in consideration before he flips out. How I try to go up and beyond. And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, they needed a procedure done, and I didn't loan. I just gave him some money. I helped him too." Now hold on. That's all she said. I automatically assumed, and this is where I'm wrong, is that her contribution was $3,500,
like yours, and
he asked. Whereas I don't know what her level of contribution is, because the only thing she said to me was, I assumed if $3,500 was his magic number with me, that's what he was potentially going to ask for her. I've been corrected by Brian that he didn't ask, she offered, and I don't know what the amount is. So that's that.
Did your sister say that too?
I've not talked to Tara because she does not want to get. Tara is like the most non-confrontational, doesn't want to be stuck in the middle. But she did get a hold of Brian and said she offered. Okay, but
she's just saying that because she's nice.
But can you probably? But can you understand, guys, where I would take it as if the only thing she tells me is I helped too?
Yeah, I popped him in the head for messing with my sister.
But can people see where? She didn't give me an amount. She didn't say that he didn't ask. She just said I helped too. I didn't know it was not the same template in equation that him and I went through. I assumed it was. So then I saw Brian. The Seth situation comes up, and he says, I stepped in and helped a little bit. So I assumed that was the same level of what? No amount, no procedural, how it went down, who asked who offered what. Brian later, yesterday, corrected me on our phone call that Brian also offered when Seth was, I guess, I guess this was a last-minute deal, and Seth got a hold of Brian because Brian is really, really good at finding hotel and airfare deals. That's what Brian does. He's just really good at that. And I guess Seth called Brian to help him find airfare. Brian offered to pay for the airfare, and Seth said, no, I don't need it. So I'm wrong there as well. But when you tell me...
Lawyers lie now. Remember that.
But when I know that the level that I helped, and my sister says she helped, and Brian said he helped, I just automatically, wrongfully assumed that it was to the level of my help, and it wasn't. And the two things I got wrong was it wasn't to the level of mine. 2, Tara offered. 3, Brian offered. 4, he told Brian no. I think on some stuff, maybe took something. And then the other one is they claim that I gave him $2,500 via his paycheck and never helped otherwise. And I just took that as the gospel. And my fiance said, nope. She wrote it down. We gave him cash. So I'll have to dispute that with Brian. Other than that, everything he says is probably very factual. And after Lummy, Brian gets on. I'm going to do words. We'll go to Brian next. After that, we're done with this situation. We're not talking about it. Brian will be here next Thursday. We're not bringing it up. Don't call in and try to bamboozle us. Hey, Bubba, just want to let you know, man, you were right. Brian, I don't want any of that. I'll put the phones on all hold if you're going to. We all have to move on. Seth, Phoebe, myself, my sister, Brian, the listeners, Lummy, Gene, Mach, Dan, Jay. Everybody's got to move on. We cannot talk about this anymore. I do not want to waste any more time or energy. It's just going to end up a big he said, she said deal. He needs to go live his life, do his little podcasts, live his life the best he can, and I need to do mine. And let's just not forget one thing. I'll leave you with this. None of this would be a thing had she not fired the first shot last Saturday by posting what she did on Facebook. Had she not tried to make me look stupid and call me misogynistic and icky.
What does that mean?
Misogynistic means you're very much, you're anti-woman. Like you're a guy.
You're not that.
Like women belong in the kitchen.
You
and they're
abused
good,
a lot of them.
And they're... And
Let's all take a moment.
Remember, this show is about words, not actions.
Okay, there is a God.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show after this.
Really?
Hey, do I need to look at the other screen too?
What's that, buddy?
Ask Cody, $20. Sorry.
You know, some of these chat guys are just stupid.
They're just...
You know, it's amazing how Lasker was a mark for Seth all this time, and now he's Uno card flipped to reverse or something.
Now, Gene, you can't get trapped. You're getting chat cast.
But I'm telling you the truth. I seen him leaving weeks before. He wasn't here no more. He was already making them faces and didn't like it. And as soon as the show said the last word, he was out the door. Didn't even say goodbye.
No, he was out.
Right. He was going then.
Lemmy, what do you think we should be in podcasting or entertainment? I'm thinking and stop fucking with it because I think I'm driving you and Gary.
I'm enjoying it.
So
looking at myself,
I'm going to rely on you as my EP to tell me, do we stay in entertainment or do we go to podcasting? Now, podcasting has almost 1,200 viewers right now, and entertainment only has 300.
I think more people are going to go into podcasts.
I think so too. So let's go back over there.
We haven't done the K and
I'm never going to fuck with you again about it.
Okay.
And you can tell Gary that I'm so sorry for being in back and forth, Willie. We're locked in. You'll never hear from me again.
Yeah, I played nice with Seth. I did the best I could.
Oh, Gene, I gotta ask you a private question.
Dirt Merchant, good morning.
Hey, Gene, can you meet me? Can you meet me outside? Can you meet me?
105.
Yeah, me. I got like a 1-minute question to ask you.
Yeah. Podcast guy. The guy that there says podcast better. No, it is Joey the Law. Thank you, Ash Caddy. I hate that camera. This stupid fucking. I just don't understand where. What's up, barbecue pitmaster? Iggy, what's up, Uncle Rucky? What's up, Johnny K? Good morning, Uncle Brush. Good morning, Gay. Good morning, Yinzer. Water. One go, what's my show? Alright, well, I'll take that one as I can. 17 seconds. Alright. Captain Creamsicle! Yeah! 25. Yeah!
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army, now returns. Need not apply.
So, Babyface standing by. Babyface, give me like a minute or two. I got to do a little skag gimmick here. And Lasker walks in. I got a little garage before we go. I built a little garage before the garage. And Lasker walks in, and that's where I keep my Skag stuff. And I got 3 really, really nice pieces from Skag. I got the Windstorm. I'm sorry. Sorry, Gene.
The best ones they sell.
So I got the 72. I got the 72-inch 3-cylinder Kohler 36 horsepower diesel. The Turf Tiger 2 zero-turn Willie. It's the best zero-turn that
I've ever seen.
It's that not only Skag makes, but it's probably the best one that any, like Gravely can go F off, and Hustler and all just X Mark and all those jobber ass. No.
Okay, none.
So I have them parked in my little garage there, and then I got a badass
side by side.
Then I got a badass skid steer called the Jackal. And then I got a badass windstorm called the Windstorm for you to blow all your leaves and sticks, and that creates 10,000 CFMs. And Lasker walks in, and he's like, "Oh my God, you look like a Skag dealer around here." And only Lasker truly appreciates heavy or that type of equipment. He's like, "Oh my God!"
I called you a name too.
Yeah, you don't deserve any of that. I go, listen, Randy and Maria from Skag Corporate are the best. I've been working with them now, going on 4 years.
They look brand new. You take such good care of them.
I really take good care of them. I rinse them off. I blow them off. I
looked down. I said, "Let me. Those brand new."
Oh, they're practically brand new. And then, and then I go to at the recommended maintenance intervals, I take it down to my buddy Steve and Eric down at Les of Wesley Chapel, which is just down the road, Lummy. I drop it off. They maintenance for me. Go through all my maintenance and belts and all that kind of deal. So they're I'd never go over the hours of recommended maintenance scheduled, and it's just is it not? It's next level craftsmanship when it comes to equipment.
Yeah.
Skag is just unbelievable. Go to skag.com if you want, and just salivate over their just everything they got. I don't even really think that I need anything else. Like I don't think I really need anything else. I don't know what else I could probably what I could probably use? I could probably use some attachments. Gene, they make like a Harley rake attachment and a grapple attachment for my Jackal.
Oh,
like
wow.
They make different attachments so that I can take the bucket off and put like a Harley rake or a grapple or a post hole digger.
A grapple on that thing will get you in trouble.
Yeah. So anyway, man, skag.com. Go to your local Skag dealer for more information. Hello, Brian. How are you, my friend?
Good morning.
You sound as depressed and upset as I am.
No. I'm not depressed and upset. Look, I'm not here to argue what your data says or anything like that. I told you what I said to you when I called you up is, look, this is going to come up again next Thursday when I'm back on the show, and rather than have this last another 2 weeks, I said it makes way more sense for me to call in, set whatever facts straight, whatever opinion I was going to give next Thursday, and
I appreciate you messing my day up there, Brian. Thank you.
I don't think it messed it up, Gene. I think it added something to it.
I do too.
Hopefully it does.
I've already laid down my side of the story, and so everybody knows my side of the story first. When I first came out with this on Monday and I was wrong about some information, I then kind of doubled back and laid my groundwork down, and so that I didn't want to be interrupting you and arguing with you. This is not I have an unbelievable relationship with you. You're one of my favorite. You're one of my top 10 friends in life. You've done a lot of things for me privately, and I hope that after today, like I said earlier before going into break, that we can let this thing go. They go and do their thing. You guys, you and him go do your thing, and then we'll have our thing that, has never really not been a thing. So I just want to move on. And look, out of respect to you, I don't have much respect for him. But out of respect to you, this is kind of uncharted territory with regards to me allowing a rebuttal on stuff that, where I feel that I've been victimized, or, Bubba being Bubba, or me telling my side of the story, or spreading whatever type of propaganda is always on my terms. And very rarely have I ever allowed somebody to come back and tell, I would never allow Spice Boy to come in and tell his side of the story, and other people. So this is very rare that I'm even allowing this, because I don't have to, but out of respect to you and only you and I want to keep you happy. And as you know, in our text exchange yesterday, I was nervous. The last thing in the world I want is to lose you. You mean so very much to my brand, to the product, to the listeners. You're a very integral part of the success that we have. And as you know, I was very scared, if you will, or nervous that this potentially could be you walking away from the show. So since I knew that wasn't going to happen, but this call that you're making now and setting the record straight, at least from your perspective, is something that I normally wouldn't allow, but out of respect for you, the floor is yours.
Well, I think it would have come up anyways, no matter what, when I came back on. Not tomorrow, but the following week. But part of it is I've been receiving a lot of hate and vitriol through social media, which I don't care. I deal with that. I just delete it. I don't pay it any mind. I've got some dumbass from Texas spouting off at the mouth about stuff I really couldn't care less.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. I mean,
I move right the hell along. You just block and I just block, whatever, delete and move on. But the thing was, when all of this went down, a few things I think that are key. Number one, I think the most egregious thing is that they made this family vacation out of it, and people have been sending him photos and me photos of him in Chicago. That was in August for Phoebe's 40th birthday. They went up to celebrate with family up there. This all happened in April. So this is that all is 4 months later. This was a very serious medical situation she was in. She was much further along than 8 or 10 weeks, and it was life or death, essentially, because the baby wasn't going to be viable, and it was going to be dead in her womb, and sepsis could set in, and she could have died. So there was a very small window to go to Pittsburgh to get this procedure.
And that's why every person that did participate, that's why everybody did, because we knew how serious it was, and we knew that it was an immediate situation, and we wanted what was best for Seth and Phoebe. That's why everybody that did, in whatever way anybody contributed, that's why they did, because it was a very serious situation.
It was very serious. So the biggest thing I could put to bed here is this wasn't a vacation. This was extremely stressful life and death stuff that was going on, okay?
Agreed.
as far as what I gave, and I told Bubba I'd take partial responsibility, because when you came up to me and told me the story, about when we were at your birthday party, and you're like, Tara helped, and I said I helped too. I think it implanted this perception that I helped to the same degree that you and Tara did, which couldn't be further from the truth.
Right, but hold on, but you could see where, and Tara said almost identical to what you said, so I just assumed, and made the wrong assumption, but, I wasn't explained as to the level of anybody's help, so I automatically assumed the worst, and that wasn't correct.
Right, and so I only covered, I used my Marriott points to cover the hotel for him. That was the extent of my help. I offered to cover his airfare, and he told me, no, they were good, that he didn't need me to. So he actually turned down additional assistance from me, because I was going to pay for their flights. I was actually helping them look for flights, because I don't think they were aware, because I asked what city he was flying into, and he said Pittsburgh. I was like, I think Allegiant has a direct from St. Pete Clearwater to Pittsburgh, and because they were looking at other airlines, and there was last minute, obviously. So I was trying to help them with that, and then I offered to cover the airfare. He actually turned me down. So my amount of help was minuscule compared to what you and Tara ultimately did. Okay,
but you could see where I would have misinterpreted that, and I didn't try to put 3,500 or whatever level. I didn't try to put that on your tab because I just pulled it out of my ass. I kind of I wasn't. You didn't clarify, and I automatically assumed.
Right, because I wasn't good, wasn't there at the birthday party. I wasn't there to get deep into that.
Right, and none of us wanted to go there, and so I can see where it was very ambiguous, and nobody really got drill down deep on that, and I erroneously assumed it was different levels. So I've apologized for that, and I was wrong for that.
Oh, and that's fine, and that really. Overall was, and you've covered the thing with the money now. I obviously can't dispute, and I'm not here to dispute any of that.
And I don't want to even get into it. I've said my piece, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And it really, at this point, doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, I want to make sure.
I thought that Seth was shaking me down, I am very, very wary and leery of people who are calling and asking for help. That's why I like doing in-kind help. I'll be like, well, I'll cover your hotel directly. I'll pay for your flights directly. I'm not the type that will just be like, here's a blank check, go and run with it. But I'm not questioning. And one thing I will say this is in talking with Seth, he's never attacked you or said that you were cheap or didn't help him. I mean, on your 40th anniversary video, he touted how much you've helped him financially. So that's one thing I think he would acknowledge and say that when he's needed help, you've been there for him. The falling out and the behavior on the air and him being disinterested, that is what it is. But I just wanted to change his perception that Seth was this scumbag who was using this as a fundraiser to go have a vacation in Chicago with his family, because that was not the situation. This was life and death stuff, very serious stuff, very serious, complicated procedures, and something that was very stressful and painful for him and his family to have to deal with.
Did you offer to pay him to help him pay for that bill?
No, he just helped.
I offered to pay for the flights, and
right.
He said we have enough help with that other stuff. He said what you're doing is so gracious, and he was very thankful, and that was it. And when people are asking, I see in chat about his family. So first of all, that was why they had to bring their daughter with them, because Jessica's mom was going, and Seth was on the outs with his family at the time. Him and his mom, and I know you can speak to this, Bubba. Their relationship is rocky, and they've been, hot and cold over the years.
And I've never said a word about that, but Elise and I do speak every once in a while, and she's very sad about their relationship. Much like, listen, I've been down that road before with having a child that is potentially upset with you. So I'm not going to even go there. It's none of my business, quite frankly. And I hope that eventually. He has a better relationship with his mother. Your mother's the most important thing in everybody's life for the most part. So I'm not going to even touch on that. But I hope that he does, one day, just for his child's sake, have a better relationship with Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah, I mean, I know they see each other. It's just not the most solid. But I can't speak to that.
That's a whole nother.
Everybody's got their family stuff,
and that's quite frankly none of our business. And we don't need to use this platform to air that out. We need to correct. We need to right this ship so that the right information is out, and then we need to move on. And I just want to say, and I don't want to keep this going on too long. I think thank you for the clarification. For those scoring at home, Brian used his Marriott points for the hotel. And when offered to help with airfare, Seth said no, he was good. And then the other, particular situation is we wouldn't even be in this situation, Brian. I hope you at least acknowledge that if somebody had not fired a shot at me, and don't bring a .22 pistol to a .50 caliber fight based on if you're going to take a shot at me. I never, and I hope you truly believe me. As much as you're sticking up for Seth, I hope you stick up for me when you can, if you feel strongly. But I was going to abide by kind of man code, if you will, and never bring this particular very, very, very personal topic up ever had somebody not taken a shot at me. I hope you believe that.
No, I do. I mean, look, if you're going to throw a rock, if somebody's going to throw a rock, you're going to drop a nuke. That's the way you operate, and
that's life. That's the way everybody operates. That's why you're a lawyer, so you can have business for people like that.
Well, I mean, and Brian, you're the
exactly
same.
Right?
You're the same way. I mean, somebody throws a rock at you.
I think the bottom line in this whole thing is Bubba's the damn hero for helping that dude out.
Well,
okay, because everybody gets sick in life, and I've been sick, and people ain't gave me free money to help me out, even though they worked for me or I worked for them or whatever. The going out of your way to help a person like that is big, because you know what? That don't happen no more in life.
Yeah,
and nobody's saying that it wasn't, and nobody's saying he wasn't appreciative and all of that. I do, his behavior on the air at the end, I have not defended, and I won't. But to me, it's not, to the level of, for me personally, of writing this person off in my life completely and having nothing to do with them. But that's just,
I've not asked you to do
that. And you haven't asked me to. No, I didn't want to make that sound like it's a suggestion.
No,
or that's been asked of me or anything like that.
And you have to understand, Brian, I've been doing this way longer than you can even imagine. And, I'm very stuck on my ways and very hard-headed and a lot of, probably not so good traits. But this is uncharted territory when I've had somebody leave under not some great circumstances and have somebody that's in unbelievable great standing with my show continue an on-air relationship with that person. That I have never even had to go over that bridge before. So this is uncharted territory for me. I think that the more narcissistic, full of himself, less patient, less kind Bubba, circa all of my career up until about 2 years ago, would have been a real dick about you continuing your relationship with him, not been even open to hearing anything as when we had that first conversation as to why you were going to do that. I think I would have handled it way differently, and this is just new territory for me under these circumstances. I've never had to deal with this before. And so,
Captain Creamsicle 25.
Thank you.
Bubba, people in chat just want to ask Brian, do you understand where the frustration can come from also people in chat where it doesn't seem that Seth seems appreciative of, especially with what Erica or Merch Crick has found out about the cash that was given and then all the other things that were given, off to the side that you're saying that he hasn't said anything, and chat's saying he's not making it look like Bubba was a great guy. So with all these things that Bubba did on in the past, it looks like he's unappreciative of it. So that the people in chat are not happy about it.
I don't think he's ever said that Bubba wasn't good to him in that manner, and
but they're saying that he never showed it anyhow. That's where they're upset because they're saying that it looks like he's gone. And he's doing everything he can to kind of counteract what, against the show. His wife came out and kind of
How is that?
I'm just saying what chat's saying. You guys, I guess there's things that go on during the show hours. There's different things that are said, and these little I guess the comments from his wife.
Comments.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying is that it shows that according to what they're saying, is what the way they're perceiving it is that you're saying he's not unappreciative, but they're saying they look at it as, well, we didn't know it. If Bubba doesn't say anything, it looks like Bubba's a cheap ass. And you know what, Seth? Good luck, and we'll help you whatever way we can.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know what
people are going to perceive. I don't even really fully understand that perception. But look, I said he shouldn't have behaved the way he did at the end, and Bubba was justified in asking him not to come back and firing him. And that's my take on the whole ending of it. I told him, I was like, he made a mistake and he realized it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But as far as the work situation goes, for sure. But as far as getting into his daily, I mean, we're talking over the course of 2.5 years with this stuff. So I'm not going to get into. Well, I mean, we had the first run with him, and then he came back in December of 23, and then clear till April 21st of 26. So we had extensive amount of time with Seth, and Evan flows and porpoising and the whole 9 yards, and I am glad that you and I are good, and I'm glad that you and him are good, and you do your thing with him and do your thing with me, and let's hope that none of this stuff arises again. And I hope that maybe you could be Switzerland and tell both parties to not poke at the other, and we won't have these uncomfortable. I did, and that was taken down as soon as you brought it to my attention. It was down within 15 minutes, and I'm not looking for any drama in my life. I'm not a drama queen, and I look to nip stuff in the butt as soon as I can get it out of my life.
And partly one of the reasons why I'm allowing this rebuttal and your defense of Seth, and I don't have no problem with it, but is my respect for you. I truly respect that.
I appreciate that tremendously. And then I also, like I said, I when I told you, I was like, this is an inevitability. It's going to come up when I come back. So I would much rather just get it, so we're not dealing with this in 2 weeks. Talk about something stale.
And so just so everybody knows, I was talking to Brian, and he's running through the stuff that I got wrong that I talked about earlier. And I think Brian will. I'm not trying to make myself look good. I'm just going to give you how it went down. I immediately said, "How do you want me to handle it? What will you like me to do? Do you want to wait for you to come on the air next Thursday and you set the record straight?" And Brian said, "No, I think we need to handle it more immediately than that. Maybe I can call in tomorrow." And I said, "Call me at my first break after 7. So we can get it out quickly and be done with it." So, I didn't hesitate to try to immediately right this wrong. And by not kicking the can down the road and, make you wait for however long, I wanted to do what you thought was best, which is calling right now.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And, I love you guys, everybody.
Hey, hold on a minute. Lummy, am I still getting a podcast job here coming up?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can still podcast.
So run me against these guys on the same time that they run their podcast. And let me sling some cards, too. Because I'll give my cards away.
Gene, you know nothing about the card business.
I don't have to.
I know, but just stop. Brian, Gene, please don't.
It's competition.
Please don't
run
listen.
me.
And here's the one.
I welcome Gene. I welcome Gene to the card game.
We'll bury you.
Hold on.
Big pond. It's a big pond. It's got room for plenty of fish.
So
that's right.
Here's the one thing that I'm going to insist from everybody. This is Brian. This is Gene. This is Dan. This is Jay. And that is, we all get along. We're still on the same team. And that we don't. Now, listen, Brian, I'm not telling you not to take shots, because you take shots every day on everybody. But just as far as having disdain or being mad at each other, that can't happen. We've got to let this.
I'm not changing one iota. I never do. I try to be as consistent as possible. And no, I have no problem with anybody.
Right.
I won't have any problem with anybody, because that's the way I choose to live my life.
All right. Well, listen. More importantly, thank you for writing my misinformation, and appreciate you being a good friend, and I appreciate you not giving up on the show. And I think you can have the best of both worlds and participate whatever you guys got going on. And I still keep my, Brian Babyface Thursdays, and we're all big.
I'm going to do it respectively. I'm going to do it respectively, and with everybody's thoughts and best interests in mind. But love you all. Take care.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Brian.
Bye.
Grouper Labs 25.
Appreciate you, group. So listen, it's over. It's done. Form your own opinions. I said my piece earlier. Brian said his piece now, and it's over. Let him live his life. Please don't harass him and his family. Please don't hold anything against Brian. We're doing so well. I had such a great day yesterday. I got my family in town. I got Larry, and which is Larry Plummer's my family. I got him in town with his kids, and there's 2 beautiful granddaughters. Oh my God, they're just so precious, and they just it's just a really good time for me right now. I'm doing real well emotionally. If I could just get to 289, Jesus.
You know, he probably shouldn't have said that.
That kind of frank dialogue troubles me.
More of the Love Sponge Show after this.
As an order, I'm just saying.
Sorry, I was trying to get this email to roll out.
And Rolo,
he seems like he's bummed out for having to stick up for that idiot.
Yeah, I feel.
Can you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really want to, but
I think you got great intuition on that. I think you're right on that. And I'm very thankful for your banana today, buddy.
Banana.
Hey, we had a piece of soundproofing fall down from the ceiling.
Oh no!
So I think we got some of that spray adhesive.
Yeah, we do.
So I need your.
You guys get back there. Okay.
Well, because you're like Bumble that puts the star on the Christmas tree. You're the only one that can touch the ceiling.
That's right.
Gene, can you actually imagine? Look
No,
at me.
I can't.
So look at me and you. Look.
I can't even jump.
So look, this
Yeah.
is me and you, right? We could probably jump and hit it if we wanted to. But can you stand up once?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this, Gene. Watch.
I know that.
It's fucking.
What he
Bumble.
did the other day, pull that table on one like.
God, I wish I was
Damn.
I wish I was your ear size.
Get that.
I'd have won a lot more fights.
Oh, you wouldn't have had any fights. They would have fought you. They're like, I ain't fighting
Nobody
you
would mess
6'6".
with
I'm
me
not. I'll fight a 5'9" Gene Lasker all day. I ain't fighting a 6'6" one.
Oh, there it is.
That's it. Yeah, I just put it there, and it's right. See it right there.
Yeah.
But we don't have to do it now. We can keep it tucked to see.
Yeah. No, I see where you're. Yeah, I'll show.
Man, people don't fuck with 6'6" people.
No.
No.
You know he's dumb as a
They
fucking
can
rock.
hold you away from him.
How do you get these fucking cheese gimmicks open? They're brutal. I don't have my knives over here
I
anymore.
find them from the side of.
I got a pair of scissors.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
Gene, it's a great day, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a. I remember it was a while back.
Here's the thing.
And
you said something.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm like, no. And you're like, nah, let me tell you something. And I'm like, no. And I thought you were just being Gene Lasker.
No.
And you knew. That's just all we're gonna say. But you knew. I must have told you or something.
I seen it, man. You let me touch it.
Yeah, easy, quiet.
It was in the garage.
No more. I gotta empty my trash barrel today. Bob Cook. A 6'7" Bubba would be impossible. Bob, you know at 5'10" I'm a fucking asshole, don't you, buddy? Hootie! Look at the picture.
Boom. That's over to him.
I sent Gentry new distributions.
Yeah, I saw that too. He said you should make one change to that.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Okay. Let me look at it.
All right, Jens, there it is coming for him. Bob Cook. Nacho's gonna be texting you.
Does it say potential?
Yes.
Where?
I looked it up. If you go back and look.
Oh yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
No. He's right. I need to change that. Tell him I will. I don't know how that.
I tell him I messaged back and said, hey, I'll look Bubba now.
Yeah, tell him. No, I mean that's wrong.
Yeah, because I made sure that he had.
Let me see if I can go. Let me see if I can go change that real fast.
Giant Callie. What's up, Good Phillips? You too, buddy.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. If you're looking for a Volkswagen or any quality used vehicle, it's Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel. You can get financing as low as 0% APR on new VWs and as low as 1.9 APR on certified pre-owned. Over 200 new VWs in stock. Over 200 used vehicles in stock. You're looking for a specific car or truck or something they don't have? They'll find it for you. Mention Bubba Army, get an additional $1,000 off new or used. No questions asked. Ask for my boy Rolo. For more information, go to VWofWC.com. Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel.
Bubba. Now for a word of caution.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Did you hear it?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Costica, $100 bill.
Costico.
Johnny Costica. Costico.
T-shirt Will, $20.
Thank you, T-shirt Will. Love you. Love you, Johnny K. Steel Slinging Madman, Valparaiso, Indiana. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. I couldn't be any more thankful for those that continue to help the show and watch the show. You know, you don't have to give me $1. You don't have to buy any merch. Just watch the show and subscribe, or hit the notification button, or a thumbs up, or leave a comment, or share it to your various platforms, and let's spread like white trash, my friends. Lummy, I do think on Rumble we are the either number 1 or 2 podcast on the platform right now.
Yes, sir.
We're the number one. We're the number 1 in the podcasting division within Rumble. We're number 1 in the world right now.
Woo! Dirt Merchants, get some membership.
Thank you so much, my friend. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Adam from Fender Works. I gotta take my truck over there. I got a couple dings in it. I like a couple.
Well, hold on, man. My truck's over there right now. He'll slip you in front of me, man.
You know?
He will.
I didn't know your truck's over there. I'm gonna be at least a couple weeks.
Okay.
I just got like 3 little dings. I got one. I don't know how somebody had to hit me, but like it's in the passenger side lower quarter rocker.
On what car?
In my truck, my F-150.
Oh, no. Well.
And like I want my truck to be perfect.
Yeah. Probably when some of them was pulling in a parking spot, kind of just rubbed up against you.
And then I got another little one up by the bumper, just a little door ding.
Mm.
And then I got one, all of them on the passenger side, obviously, for some reason or not. And then another one kind of back by a fender where it's like maybe door ding me. And I'm like, listen, you know what?
Might be the way you park.
I don't. I try to park far away with that. I'm actually, become less of a fat ass, and I'll walk.
Fat people usually park to the right of the line.
No.
Because so that when they get out, they step inside the line.
You know what I do, Gene? I try to back my truck in, and I use the Ford, the backing sensors that give the lines, and I'll make sure that
I dent them trucks on purpose.
I'm completely in the middle, because before
if you back in, you're a Yankee.
Okay, whatever. Just shut up.
I'm just saying.
You
just hide your tag?
You're a Yankee, too.
Why?
You're a Yankee.
I know, but I don't back in to prove it.
When you back in, you can use the Ford backing grid they give you.
Oh, see, on my Ford, I got a front parking.
Well, I don't have the front parking grid. So the only grid I got is when I back it by putting it in reverse and backing it in. That's the only time they give me the rear view grid. So I don't have the front grid. So are you going to change your position now, knowing that I don't have the front grid?
Sorry about your luck.
So hold on, somebody's a car detailer. If you need car detailing, my girl is I don't know if I want a girl out there doing it. I don't know if
they don't clean good on cars.
I don't know if a girl. But you know what, Gene? In actuality, they might clean better.
Yeah, true.
In actuality, chicks might do better than dudes. Yeah. I'll give her. You know what? Get that guy's information, and I'll maybe hire her to detail my truck. It needs a good detailing. You need like a good inside. What is, Gene? You know more about this than I do. Like, what does a good detail cost? Like
$150.
And is that where they do the inside, the floor mats, everything?
Plus a tip.
So $150, then you need probably a $30 tip on that. That's 20%. So you're looking at about $180.
Yeah.
So you might as well just give them $200.
That's what happens.
Yeah. But that'll be that's where they get like the air conditioner vents with a Q-tip and all that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably need that. So listen, I don't have any problem with kids organically stumbling upon the LGBTQ plus, and this man here who's a drag queen in New Orleans added a few extra letters to it, but I don't think that it needs to be taught. If a kid is gay or a kid identifies as the opposite sex as they are, a little boy wants to be a little girl wants to be a little boy, or a little boy thinks he might like boys, or a little girl might think he like girls. Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out. They'll figure it out on their own terms. We don't have to shove any type of propaganda down their throat. Just like we organically kind of developed our own sexuality. And it was way different when we were growing up, and that is we didn't have – I don't even know how I would have turned out. I'm already a degenerate. I don't know how I would have turned out if I would have had, like, electric porn at my fingertips. I had to go, and when my mom and dad were gone, sneak my dad's Hustler and look at Beaver Hunt in order and masturbate when I was 13. That's the best it got. Pictures. Never. And then, later, as I got a little bit older – like maybe my senior year is when the VCR came out, and if you could somehow, there was one place in Warsaw that rented XXX videos, and you had to be 18.
You rented it?
And you had to be 18. So I had to wait till April of my 18th birthday. At that point, I only got like 2 more months of school left, and I'm going to college. So I would sneak down. It was called the Video Center. And they had like this little fake wall. They had all the other, like family and regular movies on VCR. And then you had to ask, can I go to the adult section? If you were obviously of age, they just let you go back there. But if you were like they'd look at your ID, and then they let you go back there. And then there'd be like 3 other dudes back there looking at, Debbie Does Dallas and Deep Throat Willie and, Anal Gone Wild and all that kind of deal, and you just feel like kind of a creepo. And then they had their own little checkout back there, like where people couldn't see you. But as soon as you came out from back there and you had a tape in your hand, everybody knew what you were doing. So then you had to go home and sneak the VCR when your family wasn't home, and so that you could watch, real porn. But today, man, I mean, kids got it right there on their phone. They're exposed to it via drag shows, and it's just, sexual propaganda is being shoved down, young people's throats at probably not in a very healthy way. And this man here, I could not disagree with more.
So much negativity in the world going on right now when it comes to the acronym LGBT.
What?
I'm scared of that.
All right, well, she's going to say some monikers here, so do not talk over her because she's adding a few extra initials to the LGBTQ community, and I don't know where the new ones, what they mean. So here, listen.
The acronym LGBTQIA, right?
LGBTQIA. Does anybody know what the IA stands for? And it seems like people that are in this lane, they're always adding stuff to it.
Intersex and asexual. Is
What?
IA. Yes.
LGBTQIA, right? Children.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, and asexual.
Did they take queer out of it?
In this one, they do. Yeah.
Because that's an acceptable term.
Yes.
What? Now, let me ask you a question.
So there is an LGBTQIA plus.
Yeah. That's what I back.
I thought it meant insert age.
For real, Gene?
That's what I thought.
You thought what?
I thought that's what, you know what I mean?
That would be IL. Did she say IA or AI?
IA.
IA.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
It's the first thing that popped in my head.
I know, buddy.
Sorry.
Let's burn a timeout on that, okay, bud?
The acronym LGBTQIA, right? Children need to hear that encouragement. Children need to hear that they...
No, they don't. Children do not need to be exposed to those acronyms and know what those acronyms are. They will, if they want to participate in that world, they will organically stumble upon it by themselves or with their friends or who they're interested in or who they hang out with. Just like me. Me and Larry Plummer. Larry Plummer's down visiting me with his family. Hope they're not watching or listening to the program. We're sitting there in 7th grade on the curb. I've told the story many a times. And Larry brings up to me, hey, have you ever jizz or diz off? And I go, I don't know what that means. He goes, well, so his older neighbor, Tom Johnston, lived across the street, and he was like 16, and he had some girly mags, and he told Larry what that means, what jizzerkin is off means, and like how you do it. And so then Larry told me what it means and how you do it. And then, like the party that happens, because of what you're doing, if you get going so good and it feels like unbelievable, then you will have an orgasm. But you don't call it that. Back then you call it just by the street terms, copy them up. So I'm like, no. And he goes, well, he just tried it like a week or so before. He's like, it's unbelievable. And that's how I learned about it. That's kind of I learned about masturbation. My buddy told me. And I think that's the way a lot of us learn. Like, Lummy, how did you learn?
Pretty similar, yeah. Like my best friend at the time.
He brings it up. Hey,
Kyle, yeah.
Hey, Warren.
We were in camp, yeah.
Hey, Warren.
Yes.
You ever heard of
no.
Choppy double copping?
No, what is that?
It's when you do this and you do that, and you take it around the farm, and then you yippee-yo.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. So... Gene, how did you learn about it? Because
babysitter taught me.
A girl?
Oh, the redhead, right?
No
the redhead.
way.
Yeah, the redhead.
No. How old?
How old was I?
13, 12?
Yeah, 12,
All
13.
Right. So she comes over to babysit.
Yeah.
Little 13, 12-year-old Gene Lasker's just being a complete hoodlum like he is.
Yeah, she started out with me taking a shower and then breaking in the door.
All right, so she tells you to get a shower. You go get your shower, but while you're showering, she comes in.
She just comes in. She says, "I think you need to wash better," and so she reaches down.
Okay, easy. So she washes your privates for you, and then that kind of taught you how to do the deal.
Uh-huh.
Now, will we all admit, regardless of we come in all different shapes and sizes and learned a different way. Will we all admit this? And I think it's a man thing. It could go from Macho to me to you to Gene to Brian to Dan to Jay to Tom Bean to Larry Plummer, just if you're a dude, if you're a guy, I think that there's really and you may not want to admit that you became an absolute heathen after you learned how to do that and you had your first party, that you became in the early stages of it, for lack of a better term, addicted. You were like a monkey at the zoo constantly trying to do that. Yes. Every waking moment, I was not doing that. I was thinking about how I could get into private to do that. In the shower, I did it. Laying in bed at night, I did it. when I was at home, when I got home from school, if nobody, like I usually got home about 30 minutes before 45 minutes before Tara did, I would just go right to my bedroom, and my mom and dad were at work. I just went, if I wasn't playing sport, if it wasn't during football or wrestling season, like the spring, I didn't play baseball or track. Why are you putting your mouth over your shirt over your mouth? Are you?
That was wild. That was when Gene said what he said about the IA thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm way behind.
Yes, yeah.
I thought maybe somebody sprayed some bear spray again.
No.
Oh, my God.
He's stepping up on us.
So hold on. You want to hear this? Lummy, they had another bear spray episode at the studios yesterday.
How?
We never told anybody this. So the first day we were moving out, we had the whole Get Fresh crew there, and I had that bear spray to my left. And let me, if you remember now, it's completely beautiful. There's no clutter, but I had a lot of clutter. You moved that. You boxed all that up, and it was just, it was just cluttered. It was just 15 years of accumulation of just everything. Sharpies and just CDs and just whatever. Well, I had some bear spray over there. Somebody gave me some, real badass bear spray. Well, Teese was over there cleaning things up, and she accidentally hit the bear spray, and it went like fume right across the studio, but it was just one little stream. It completely took 12 people right down to their knees.
Yep.
Nuh-uh.
And hold on, Gene. Nobody that even got hit by it, if it just was in the room, you couldn't breathe. I've never.
Wow.
And I've been around pepper spray. I have never had anything more powerful than this goddamn bear spray. And Gene, it was just one squirt that landed on the floor, and we couldn't go inside that studio for 2 hours. You go in there and you start just absolutely coughing, like burning. So let me tell you something. Don't get regular pepper spray. Get bear spray and give it to your wife.
Where do you buy it at?
I think you buy it like at Bass Pro Shops, or I think you can buy it anywhere. I think you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it anywhere, but you got to get the bear spray, Gene. There's not a human being. I don't care how badass you are. I don't care if you're methed out, you're on crack, crystal meth. It's the most powerful thing ever. So, Gene, Erica and New York Greg and Bob Cook and Teese were over there yesterday, and they got a Mexican and a Cuban guy from Home Depot to do some day labor, and one of them got into, they were cleaning something out, and they hit the bear spray again, and it didn't faze the Mexicans at all, but it took everybody else right down to zero.
There's no bears in Mexico.
Well, I was thinking maybe they've already been exposed to it via ice, and they built the Mexicans and the Cubans have already fought that battle, and it was no big deal.
It's nothing for them.
So anyway, I had to get that. Let me the bear spray gimmick. So here's the deal. Would at least everybody here that's on the mic now at least admit that after you figured out how to do it, how to party on yourself, and then you had your first party, that you just couldn't party for 2 or 3 years, like 13, 14, 15, until you finally maybe got your first kiss or a little bit of real live ass, like you're consumed with it.
Yes.
Gene, were you, even though the baby...
I don't remember. I'm trying to think of, was I consumed? I don't know. I don't think so.
Jerry Rod was always making sure I had to be digging ditches and taking out garbage.
Right, I always had something to have to do.
Yeah, I didn't have any alone time. I was I was like a white slave for Jerry Rod.
Matter. Children need to hear that everything in their life isn't negative, and it's just an opportunity.
Listen, children don't have to perceive the LGBTQAIIA moniker or acronym as negative. They don't need to know that that's bad. It's not bad or good. It's just a thing that if you organically stumble upon that world because you identify that way, you as a child will, but you don't need to be taught what it is. That shouldn't be part of anybody's curriculum.
Children need to hear that they matter. Children need to hear that everything in their life isn't negative. And it's just an opportunity to push them to be better adults and push them to be more inclusive of everything that goes on around them.
If you don't teach I don't agree with you, Marissa, whatever your name is. I don't agree with you.
Malaysia.
I don't think that you have to teach kids to hate that. And I don't think you have to teach the kids to like it or know what it is. If you're a lesbian, bisexual, LGBT, what is it? So lesbian, bisexual, LGBT.
Well, do you want the full one now? Because there's the one that's the LGBTQQIP2SAA.
Oh, let's just keep on going with them letters.
But that's what it that's
27 of them.
Can you send them to me?
Get it on.
Yes.
All right. So this is the new one. I feel like it's, with every new car model, they have to come out with another couple letters. Gene, just like every new car model has another feature that the other one didn't have. Like, for instance, your pickup truck, which is newer than mine, has the front parking gimmick, whereas my 19 doesn't. Well, maybe every year does the LGBT. Now, let's not forget that it all just started out, I don't know how many years ago, as just the LGBT. No, I think, it might have just started out as LGB.
Oh, really?
I think.
And then the TQ came in.
Then I think that if you look at the origin of where the LGBTQ plus, where it started, it might have been just the LGB.
What has the plus got to do with anything?
Lesbian, gay, and bisexual, because the transitioning deal has just kind of come to the forefront like in the last...
What does the T mean?
I think transitioning.
That means you don't have enough money to get it cut off, but you want to
be LGBTQIA plus.
Well, where's the IA at?
But
she added that.
Yeah, that's
Pride Month is a great time for us to celebrate the queer community. But you can celebrate.
Why are you not allowed to say that?
Well, I'm reading the article, and it says I need to say it. They're writing it. Pride Month is a great time to celebrate the queer community. Maybe the whole thing is queer. I don't know. We don't know. But you can celebrate year-round. Do you know another great time to learn about the LGBTQ plus history? LGBT Month, which takes place in October, along with National Coming Out Day.
Oh wow.
Oh, so if you are gay or you're one of these monikers, I guess there's a day you're supposed to come out. You like Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of July and Veterans Day and Memorial Day and Valentine's Day. There's a coming out day.
Oh.
But there's no time like the present to understand more about the queer community. In doing so, it's probably a good idea to get familiar with what LGBTQ plus means in the first place. So I don't want anybody to construe that I'm trying to be disrespectful to these people, because I'm not. I'm trying to learn more about it. I'm trying to use my platform to read this very pro-LGBTQ AI plus article. As with everything throughout history, there's a rich progression when it comes to terms used in the LGBTQ plus community. Right now, it's pretty inclusive, but that wasn't always the case. Just like the greater society at large has learned how to accept gay people, the queer community has also had to grow to include every facet of queer population. So I think the whole thing is queer. And then you can break queer up into these different categories.
Yes.
That's kind of how I'm reading this. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And I really am kind of upset at our media forefathers, if you will, that have kind of made queer like a bad word, whereas they're throwing it around here that everything is under the queer umbrella. And we've always been taught.
So let's bring the N-word back.
No, Gene.
Well, that's a little different.
Gene,
same thing.
Gene, we've got to burn a timeout on that. No.
By the way, I sent you
Take
different.
that back. I need to dump it immediately.
Well, they're doing it.
No, nobody. No. Don't say that word.
Okay, but we weren't supposed to say the other word, the Q word either.
You can say queer.
Now you can?
Yes. As long as it's positive. Because all of the LGBTQ plus AI, that's all, whether you're lesbian, bisexual, gay, transitioning, or queer, that's all under the queer umbrella.
I sent you with the website with the updated one with the two SAA, and that will show you what it stands for.
Queer, good, N-word. You can't even say N-word.
Yeah.
You can't even say that.
You can't even say that.
That's even bad.
So the letter after M?
Yes. No.
I can't say that either.
Not even in.
I can't even say the M word.
No, you can't even say it. Like you can't.
We're going to take it out of the damn alphabet now.
Then you can't even say the phrase, and I use in air quotes, N-word.
Okay.
You can't say that. You got to take that out of your bag of tricks. Okay?
I tried hard.
You may have seen the acronym LGBTQQIP2SAA.
Oh, my gosh. Now we're really going crazy.
When describing the queer community. So they're validating what I'm saying. This whole, no matter where you fit in the LGBTQQIP2SAA, no matter where you are in that, it's all under the queer umbrella. And shame on you, media, for trying to trying to demonize the word queer, because they're throwing it around here quite freely, and it's all queer. It's all under the queer gimmick.
And this is the LGBs saying it.
And so here's what the letters mean.
Oh, here it is.
And this is basically, I'm doing this as an informative piece, a newsworthy, journalistic, informative piece, because I don't know what this is. Obviously, everybody knows L stands for lesbian. A lesbian is a woman or non-binary person attracted to other women sexually, emotionally, and or both. Gay. Gay refers to men, women, non-binary. Gene, you just hold your tongue. Let me look at him and say, hold your tongue. Think about it. Think about it again and don't say it. Gay refers to a men, women, non-binary, or gender-diverse people attracted to the same sex. It's used to be applied specifically to cisgender men being attracted to other men, but is now more a universal term. Thank you. Bisexual people have an attraction to more than one gender identity. It's used to be only to those who were attracted to men and women, but since there are now many different gender identities, the term has expanded to include anybody attracted to two or more genders. Well, I'm attracted to lesbians and I'm attracted to women, so I would be bisexual, would I not?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I mean, hold on. Hold on. So hold on. I'm bisexual because let me hold on. The term expanded recently to include anybody attracted to two genders or more. So I'm attracted to women, straight women, and I'm attracted to gay women, and I'm attracted to lesbians. So would it? And Lummy, you probably would say the same thing if you were single. And Gene, if you were single, do you have a problem?
I'm never going to be single. I don't remember being single. I'm married, and I'm just going to stay that way.
And you're going to stay in your married lane?
That's right.
With your wife and your wife only.
That's right.
And you ain't going to think about the L's, the G's, the B's, the T's, the Q's, the I's, the A's, the Z's, the P's, the Z, nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I think if I was single now and I would going out to the bars, I don't think I'd go out there proclaiming I was bisexual.
I don't think I would either, but if you were to be intellectually honest,
if you want to go by the paperwork in front of us right here.
Hold on, if you want to go by the paperwork
right here.
So let me tell you something, Lummy. Sometimes you just got to go by the paperwork, and I got the paperwork right here, and it says bisexuals. The term is now expanded to include anybody attracted to two genders or more.
And you're only one digit away from transgender.
So let's just make sure. See your scorecard, but I'm going to go ahead and say I'm bisexual because I'm attracted to straight women, gay women, and lesbians. I'm into three different people.
Wow.
Lummy, I would say that you're wired probably the same way. You may not have as much swagger as I do to be able to say you're bisexual.
What are you saying about
Lummy?
But
Lummy, your paperwork states how your internally wired paperwork would be correct if it termed you as bisexual.
If I was going off the paperwork, yes, but like Gene says, I'm happy to
I'm not going,
and I'm not.
And I'm happily engaged to the lovely Merch Crick, but I could tell the Merch Crick right now that I do find attractive gay women.
You find them what?
Attractive.
Of course.
I find them hot.
I find that mower hot.
What's the difference? I find the Skag 72-inch 3-cylinder Kohler diesel hot as any lesbian. That should be Skag's new slug line for all you long dogs out there, all you lawn dogs that are out there mowing all day.
Why be a transgender when you can ride on a Skag?
Why worry about lesbians, gays, bisexuals, queers, questioning when you can have a Skag? As sexy as any part of the sexual vocabulary ever invented. T stands for transgender. Transgender is a term for a person whose gender identity differs from their sexual assignment at birth. Not that. Queer. Queer is an umbrella term for people that do not identify as straight or cisgender. I don't know what cisgender is. They don't break that down. It was once here we go. It was once considered a derogatory slur for members of the LGBTQ community, but has now been reclaimed by members of the LGBTQ community as a term of pride. Now, I can't think of any other slur, Gene, watch your mouth. I can't think of any other slur that all of a sudden has been indoctrinated all of our life to be bad. Don't say queer. And now all they're saying, hey, queer means good. We want you to use the term queer.
So we can go back and name the big Jewfish groupers back to Jewfish?
Nope. Don't think we can, Gene. Don't know why that. I don't know how that it plays into this equation.
Man, the queer's got a lot of power.
Yeah, queer is the umbrella under all of this nonsense. Queer.
I don't even say that word no more because it's.
Gene, you can start using that word.
I have a lot of gay friends, so I don't say that word. And
but
I got a lot of black guys friends too, but I say
hold on, listen to me. Queer no longer means just a gay guy. Queer now is the entire umbrella.
I gotta ask around about that.
Hold on, this is the official page of it.
Yeah, but that might be AI or something. And then you get me in trouble.
I'm going to break down the Q, the I, the P, the 2, the A, and the A. Let me see how many more. So we got
plus.
And the plus. I'm going to break down the remaining acronyms next.
Mission accomplished. Another segment filled. More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Way too complicated, exactly. Thank you, Barbecue. I'll get that detailing information over to Bubba. And
Glenn Longnecker. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't teach your kids how to play baseball.
Well, you don't teach your kids how to get out and do things other than just look at the internet and figure out stuff like this to maybe potentially.
So I'm in the shop, and I don't know. I don't know what he did to make me call it a queer. And I said that to my son, and my wife heard me on the porch, and she ran out there and she got dead on my ass. Why did you say that to your son? And I said, well, I didn't mean to. It just came out.
I'm sorry. You know? Sorry, Sarah.
And so I said, so listen, Gilman, from here on in, if I ever say that again, you are to yell at me. I am not. You got me? So I don't know if I slipped up and said it again or if I did it on purpose, but he yelled at, I am not. And I told him, I said, you can be if you want. I still love you. But, you know, society's going to be hard on you.
He was going to fight you.
Huh?
He was ready to fight you.
Yeah. You know how back in the day you used to trade your daughter and a couple of goats and a pig to marry into another family that was good? And that family gave you something too? Back in them days?
Yeah.
Well, that's what me and Bobby Gordon are doing. He's got a 14-year-old daughter and my 15-year-old boy, and we're making them hook up.
Okay, that's not right, Gene.
Is that not real?
That's called an arranged marriage.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
You can't do that.
Yeah. So she's going to have a good man in her life that won't beat her, won't do wrong to her, and got money. And Coben's getting a good family that, you know, will sit down for dinner with you and all that and have weekends and a good-looking girl and a good-hearted girl and take good care of it. So we're just going to make them happen for both of them to do justice. Can I get in trouble for that?
No.
Okay, great. Man, I'm working on my coupe, changing all the bushings out because they're rubber and they're old, and a couple of them are cracked around the edges and peeling out. And then I find one of the heim joints is kind of egg shaped because of the torque on the rear rods.
Right.
And so I'm having to change one of them. I'm having so much fun working on that car. It's just so cool to work on.
And it's easy to work on it too. It's they're it's put
but
together.
It's like so cool. You know what I'm saying? And I took the seat out to get to the battery, and now and the only thing I really didn't like about my car is I'm kind of crunched in there a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little bit.
Now I moved the seat back 4 inches.
Oh, did you?
Oh my God! It's like comfortable. It's like getting into a late model versus getting into a sprint car.
Right. Late model, you're like in a recliner.
Yeah, you put your feet out. And it must take a lot of AC to cool them machines because you walk up.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
It is. It is.
I'm here for the sponge.
Mate, it's all about mate.
It's got to be Bubba.
I laugh so hard.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Ow! The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, picking right up where we left off under the queer umbrella. And what do all the letters mean in the the new acronym now for 2026, which has, which at the end of the day, Lummy, is on the LGBTQ and all website. Like, I think this is the official website of all this stuff.
Yeah, it's
so L is lesbian, G is gay, B is bisexual, T is transgender, Q is queer, which is the overall umbrella. And again, I think I left it off there, and that's where, and it even within the definition says this used to be a slur, but now is been reclaimed by the members of the LGBTQ community as a term of pride. So now it's official.
So you're allowed to reclaim your letter.
I guess if you're part of that group, you can say that word no longer offends us anymore. I've never seen it happen in my life where something that is disrespectful, and that'd be like them saying, let me officially now, the word mother effer is not bad talking about go F your mother. It's a good thing. It's talking about how cool your mother is.
Well, you could almost
mother effer.
What about like the team of the Redskins, and they kind of the Native Americans came out and said that, hey, we're not offended by that.
I don't know.
Redskins ain't got more power.
I think the NFL. Yeah, that's also true. Gays have more power than the Redskins do. So with the in whatever the gays want, you got to give them. Just got to go with it. Q, the other Q. Now there's two Qs in the new acronym. The second Q is questioning. Questioning refers to anybody unsure of their sexual orientation or gender identity. I, intersex. Intersex people are born with sex traits that prevent them from fitting into traditional gender ideas of male or female. These traits can be biological, hormonal, genetic, or anatomical. Intersex is an umbrella term for everyone who doesn't fit the traditional gender definition. See, now they're just getting cute.
I know, because you can add cocaine to be that.
You might as well just put AH in there, which stands for all of humanity. All of humanity. So it should be, they need to add two more because they're including just every possible little subsect. So it should be the LGBTQQIP2SA AH.
14 letters.
All of humanity. If you don't fit in the queer, if you don't fit in the lesbian, you don't fit in the gay, you don't fit in the bisexual, you don't fit in the transgender, you don't fit in the queer, you don't fit in the questioning, you don't fit in the intersex, you don't fit in the pansexual, you don't fit in the two-spirit.
Hold on, go to pansexual, read out what that is first before we figure out if we're in there or not.
Okay, pansexual, which is the P. Pansexual people are sexually and or emotionally attracted to all gender identities. While a similar concept to bisexual, the significant difference is that bisexual people are attracted to two or more genders, while pansexuals are attracted to all genders.
Is that you?
No, I don't want to be with. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to get
with a dude.
I don't want to get rammed. No.
If they told you lose weight,
I'm going to tell you right now. Under the if we're going to go by strict paperwork. Me and Lummy are bisexual because we like gay girls and lesbians. That would be, and straight women. That puts us at 3, Lummy, which means if you like more than 2, you're bisexual.
Yep.
According to the paperwork. Gene, when you got your paperwork right there, you got to go with the paperwork.
They sure do.
Two-Spirit stands for 2S. Two-Spirit is an umbrella term for members of indigenous cultures that fulfill a traditional third gender of other variants in a ceremonial social role. Two-Spirit identities are unique to every tribe, so that the Two-Spirit is a collective term.
So they're South African.
No, I think that means
tribe.
I think that means like Native American.
Yeah.
So if you're Native American, I don't understand. Does that mean Two-Spirit is an umbrella term for members of indigenous cultures that fulfill a traditional third gender or other variants in a ceremonial? See, they're just getting stupid now.
Those are the black people that paint their face white, put the bone in their nose or in their bottom lip.
I don't think that's what it. Gene, I do not think
those guys.
No, I don't think that's them guys at all.
No,
we're not talking about.
Got a lot of words.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
We're not going to go with
says
guys.
Two-Spirit.
That doesn't mean a bone in your nose, numbnuts.
Okay, but the Two-Spirit, those are the spirit guys that dance around.
We're going to move all around. Androgynous is a person that possesses both masculine and feminine. Well, I got bitch boobs. So, Lummy, we might be androgynous.
Oh, man.
When I go to the pool, looks like I need a bra.
Yeah.
So I might possess both masculine and feminine characteristics. It might be expressed through biological sex, gender identity, or gender expression. Or if you're a fat ass and you look like you need a bra, you might be androgynous.
That's us.
Now I'm an androgynous bisexual, Lummy.
Oh, boy.
I've learned more about myself in one day than I have in 60 years. I'm going to call my mom up today.
You got a couple more to go yet.
I'm going to call my sister up. She's like, hey, B. Like, hey, sissy, I just want to let you know that I'm an androgynous bisexual.
Yeah, so we're back in the LGBTQs.
So I officially in the. I'm all no, Gene, no. If I was an androgynous bisexual, I'd be still part of the queer community.
Yes.
Remember, all of this
right.
is all
so
of this is
part
queer.
Of all of this.
All this is queer.
Right.
So I could just shorten it all up and saying, "Hey,
so I can buy you a rainbow smelly thing off your mirror."
I don't want a rainbow thing, Neil. Let me. But you and I are queer.
Yeah, I guess we're in that community.
We're queer.
Yes.
Don't match me up in that.
Do you look like you need a bra sometimes?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, so you're androgynous.
Yes.
And you're bisexual.
Yes.
Because you're attracted to straight.
You ever wore a bra?
No, I never have.
I have. Around my head.
Oh, no, I've never worn it. I mean, I would be embarrassed to wear a bra because it might fit.
Yeah, that's a fear.
I'm afraid to even try a bra on because, well, first of all, Merch Crick's got big jugs, but she's real teeny, like she's a 32 up top.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit around you.
So, I mean, I need probably a 46. I'm a big girl. I'd be a big girl.
I'm a big girl. You say that so easy.
Well, I mean, I'd be a big, I mean, how many 5'10", 291-pound girls do you see?
I don't look at them.
Well, just watch softball game. You'll see one of them.
Yeah,
but
I love the softball players. I'm telling you that right now.
I was watching the College World Series of
my
women.
God, I love them girls.
And those girls got nice booties.
Man, they can throw the ball and they play hard. Boy, I like
Asexual. It's our we got that and plus left. Asexual people lack sexual attraction to other people. Does that mean you just not interested? Like you don't want to blast anybody? Says you lack sexual attraction to other people. They may feel romantic affection for others, but they do not have the desire to act on it sexually. Asexual is a different concept than abstinence or celibacy. As instead of abstaining from sexual activity, there is actually no desire to have it. Man, I even at 60 years old, I still get an erection, and when I have sex,
I can see myself being that when I'm dead.
Well, yeah, Gene, of course. But I mean, there's like Hugh Hefner was 90 years old taking.
Or if you had a real small penis.
Copious amounts of Viagra. I think you can literally have a sexual appetite and a hard erection because they give you these, we have supplements now we can take as men, so there's no excuse for you not to have a bone. Like you should be able to be 85 years old and still get a boner.
That's right.
And if you can't, then you're not asking the doctor the right questions. And your doctor, as you gracefully age, should offer that to you. Hey, you think you need to take a 5 milligram daily Cialis to keep that thing, and it's good for your prostate health as well. However, asexual is an umbrella term, and each person is unique to their experience. Some asexual people have a bit of sexual desire, while some may not have any. In other words, this term can be different for different people. There you go. It seems like all of your guys' little terms here in this world can be construed 5 different ways. And finally, the plus.
All right.
The plus sign found at the end of the LGBTQ plus acronym refers to anybody who does not feel represented by the other acronyms. So you know what?
Plus?
Yeah, Gene, you know what? You're plus.
Yeah, you're a plus, Gene.
Because none of this stuff, Gene, you don't identify
at least
for
I'm
any
not
of
a letter.
Well, no, but you're a plus. And you know what plus is under? What umbrella plus is under? Queer.
Welcome to the queer community,
So,
Gene.
Gene, we knew we were going to get you queer with us, and you're queer because you're a plus.
It all started liking them.
The plus sign at the end of the LGBTQ plus acronym refers to anybody who does not feel that they're represented by any other acronym. LGBTQ movement often continues to expand and be more inclusive to anybody that feels like they can be part of the community. For more people to understand and embrace this diversity, we need not only to verbally communicate, but also support and manifest in action. For example, through the creative way of custom lanyards, we can convey respect and tolerance for the Okay, I've had enough. But, Gene, you are a plus.
Yes.
And plus is under being queer. So, Gene, officially, by the paperwork, you're queer. And you can't fight it. You can't wiggle out of it. You can't do some crazy-ass redneck white trash term. You can't say that it's a Yankee gimmick. None of it. You're queer. Because you're under the plus gimmick.
Well, I promise you this. If I fly one of them flags at the Redneck Yacht Club next month, they'll kill me.
No, they won't. Be like, let me tell you something.
Yes, they will.
Hey, let me tell you something. Jeff Matthews or whoever's out here trying to hurt me. Let me just tell you something. I'm a plus. And you know what? You're a plus.
You can add a rainbow flag to your
Because you know
motorcycle.
what? Then, Gene, you could actually be a person that actually informs ignorant people that think that this is a bad thing. You can say, hey, let
I'd
me just
rather
tell you
be
something.
with the ignorance.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
And the sign says everyday modern people need not apply.
It's Tom Felix. Thank you, T-shirt. Well, 20. Ash Caddy 20.
Ash Caddy.
Uncle Rocky says he agrees. I stand with ignorance.
You got the creamsicle. That's right, Jess. Glenn Longnecker, I think they're.
I guess you can run around with a cat's hat and you'll be in the plus.
Good morning, Steve.
Joe, please. Joe Plaz Whiskey. Yeah, Dirt Merchant. Alphabet soup is that's the truth. Dirt Merchant.
Morning, F-16. Crew Chief.
Glenn Longnecker, you're just so right. Bubba Army grunt. Bubba is pansexual because he gets turned on if he sees a pan of fried chicken.
That's fucking funny. You need to say that, Gene. Gene, remember that post and come back with it, okay?
Okay.
What's up, Riz? Oh, yeah, there you go. Steve, you can call in, let her know. Happy birthday to your wife. I think it does. I think it includes all of them. Justin. Or Joe. Sorry. Good morning, Justin. Gene, are you running at Showtime on Saturday? Good morning, Internet Fred.
What's that?
Internet Fred wants to know if you're running at Showtime.
Yeah.
There you go. Internet Fred. Gene's running on Saturday. Which one? Fanatical Bucks fan? There'll be match. What's up, Hogan Stretch Heather Sniz?
Bubba, my male dog, Havoc. He's 2 weeks from being 6 months old, and he's 100 pounds.
Holy shit. It's a big dog.
Oh my gosh.
Can you even pick
He's
it up?
growing quick.
Can you even pick it up?
Huh?
Can you pick it up?
Can you pick it up?
Yeah, can you? I'm saying. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you-
not being a dick.
Yeah. But I mean, you gotta, so you don't hurt him. You gotta kind of grab the right way. But yeah, 100 pounds, man. I mean, you're holding him. You know, you're not gonna walk around the yard with him.
This is a worker at 45 gets my arms kind of tired a little bit. Yeah. I can imagine a dog that starts wiggling
and when they're full grown, man, just like when Khaleesi got killed, in the beginning when I was trying to get her into the truck without hurting her, I couldn't. Yeah. I had to take a sheet of plywood. Now I have a sheet of plywood with a handle on both sides, with a screwed in there, and it's so wide it's like a safety board for a safety. And I got that laying against the building because if something happens to my dog, I can get that, lay it down.
If you're rolling around with like a badass truck and you want to be different, get some attention, one-stop shopping, my friends, Horn Blasters. Hell, I got one here in the studio. Go to hornblasters.com. I'm talking train horn kits, air horn kits, spare tire delete kits, 24-volt train horn and air horn kits, marine horns, electric horns, public address units, anything you need, installation brackets, onboard air systems. You need it, they got it. They're the best in the business. They're the originals. More information, hornblasters.com.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army, now returns.
In the middle of a huge text exchange. Very, 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 very important. But good, real good. Super good. Unbelievable. Having a great day, great week. I'm glad we got the Seth stuff all cleared up. No more to talk about on that deal. Gene, this reminds me, I think at the end of the day, you would potentially do this, but I think right before you do this, well, the younger Gypsy Gene Lasker may have done this, but the new, I got a family, a lovely wife, a kid. By the way, for those scoring at home, Gene is already doing an arranged marriage with his 13-year-old.
Yep.
Or whatever, how old ever Coben is.
Yep.
Bobby from Live Fast Towing.
His daughter's 14.
His daughter's 14. This is straight white trash out of Bushnell. And so Gene says, hey, Bobby, your daughter's 14. My kid's 15. I've grown up my kid. He's very respectful. He's kind of shy. He's a gentleman because I know I'll beat that ass. And he's
and he gets all my money when I'm gone.
And he's a really good kid.
Yep.
And he's going to get all my money.
Have his own business.
So I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm already
take
trying
good care of your daughter.
I'm already trying to have him take over the powder coat business. I'm trying to slowly work him into that. Me and Sarah like to vacation more and enjoy my street rides. So let's go ahead and hook up our two kids and make them like each other.
Well, he's got a beautiful daughter, and she's like way ahead of herself. Like, you know, she dyes her hair and puts blonde streaks in, and she wears makeup crazy, and she's just.
That might be too much for Coben. Coben might not be able to handle that.
I don't know, but
Coben's way.
You know,
you don't understand.
The people in the
Coben's
world
shy.
are going to take advantage of her, and you know, me and Bobby's going to have to kill somebody because of her.
Oh, so you're going to be like some 17,
so it's like
18
better
year old.
off. And you know, like we talked to her about going to the prom. She's. I said, well, what's your answer? Well, what do you think about when you go to prom? You're going to take a limo? She goes, no, I thought about coming over and borrow one of your hot rods. And I go, you mean Coben's going to take you? And she says, that's good. And I went,
oh, there you go.
That's what it dawned on me. I said, you know, Coben, you can't find. She's perfectly fine. She's a perfectly good girl from a good family. Bobby will be married into us, and we'll have great Thanksgivings.
You'll have good family times.
Yep.
So you two are going to end up, listen, even though you don't like each other, you got to like each
and
other.
I told him, I said, listen, what has love got to do with it?
Me and Bobby said so, okay?
I said, look at your dad. He's been married 3 times. He loved every one of them. Didn't really work out. I did it. So don't go by the love part. Go by the friendship part, being good buddies to each other, and then fall in love. And then you know what? It might just last forever.
This might last forever, but 64% of everybody ends up in a divorce. Anyway, Gene, before you got settled down with Sarah, And in between Christine, you were running hard. You were running hard. I had to actually take you aside. You were hooked up with some Russian bitch that was on drugs.
I went from Russian to Jamaican.
I know. I know. And like you just like you were in a really bad place. You were in a really wild, bad place. One time I had you on the air and like she called in and was like in like a extended stay hotel, hopped up on drugs, and you were
she was on heroin.
And you were like, listen, I gotta go. And like, you know, we were just you were just in here cutting it up, and she was I think we were on 98.7 at the time, Bubba 98.7, so she was listening to us terrestrially from the extended stay heroin den that she was staying in. And Lasker actually had to leave because she was shooting up.
Yeah.
And Lasker was in a very different place than he is now. He wasn't the family man. You know, I don't know that you ever really loved her on the level that you love your wife.
I think it was more like, you know, I was so used to taking care of my daughter 24/7 because she was handicapped, you know, taking care of her. And then when she left me, I didn't have no one to take care of anymore, so I lost that spot in my life. And then when I met her in the hospital, I think I just took her on to take care of her. Try to help her.
You always have had a nurturing effect, whether it was taking in Rusty or taking in Nilla or taking in these chicks that when you were, you know, kind of dating.
Because I never got a break. Like, you know, I needed a break in life somewhere in there, and I never really got it. And I wish I would have. I'd have been a lot better off. But so I try to help other people somewhat.
So anyway, in your heathenistic, not really caring. That's when you got arrested most of the time, too. You haven't been arrested. I don't think you've been arrested since you've been with Sarah.
Not at all.
Right. Because she wouldn't have.
Even Hazley sends out a Christmas card. We want to thank God for Christmas, and we want to thank God for Sarah.
Yeah. So you are a far different person than you are now. You're wild now, but in a controllable type way.
Yeah,
you're a
I
control.
I got something to live for.
You got something you're like Gene would say. I got something I'm bolted up to that's real nice.
That's right.
You ain't gonna mess it up. So watch this. This guy.
I saw this and thought of Gene.
Oh my
instantly.
God! Did you not? Hold on.
Yes.
When you saw this, who's the first person that came to mind?
Gene Lasker.
Gene Lasker.
I said because I saw this on Monday. I'm like, I'm saving this for Gene.
Yeah, like this is Gene Lasker. 12. How long you been with Sarah?
10 years.
This is Gene Lasker 11 and a half years ago.
And I made sure this was real too.
Yeah, this is real. And let me, I did too. I ran it through.
Yep.
So this bad guy gets pulled over by the cops, and they put him in the back seat. Well, you know, some of those wiry ass, you know, Kentucky white trash, you know, guys are very flexible. I'm
gonna slip it around my butt and get my legs through it.
They've been in trouble before. They know how to slip cuffs.
Yeah,
like they're good. Bad guys are good at bad things. So this bad guy gets put into the back of his car, and the cop then goes and searches his truck, and I don't know what he got pulled over for, like a DUI or some kind of nonsense, enough to get put in the back of a squad. He slips his cuff, and well, you'll just see. And this isn't Gene Lasker for the last decade, but this is Gene Lasker 11 years ago. Like you said, Lummy, the first person that came to my mind was
so
Gene
they put
Lasker.
him in the front seat?
Nope, they put him in the back seat.
Well, that's the back seat.
So watch. Suspect moves to the gets put in the back seat.
Okay.
No, let me. He might be
he's in the front seat.
Oh, they put him in the front
that's
seat.
That's me, man. Flip the cuffs up and jump over.
But hold on, Gene. He even if he was in the back seat, they don't have the partition there.
Right.
So he could have just hopped. Like it didn't matter really what seat they put him in because the guy didn't have the partition.
Yeah, I'm hopping that.
Usually, if you can't
board.
jump through the partition. Watch this guy. Brings the cuffs up front.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
So hold on.
Finger.
Jumps in the squad car, flips him off, and then gives him a wild goose chase.
Did he turn around and hit the guy?
Yeah.
Because that's a Gene Lasker move.
And he's smiling too. He's happy.
Yeah, he's happy.
And now he's just boss hogging. I think they finally end up getting him, don't they, Lummy?
Yeah, they have to get him.
And look at him. He's smiling Woo! Going 87 miles an hour. Is this where he crashes, Lummy?
Yeah, it's right here. He gets out, yeah, 'cause he loses it and crashes because they had roadblocks up ahead.
Oh, like the sticks?
Yep.
So here we go. Here's another.
Yeah, it might have been
Here's
me.
Here's another teen takeover. This is at a North Carolina trampoline park, and then the adults got involved. And I'm not going to say what it is, and neither are you, Gene. You're going to keep your mouth shut. But with all these teen takeovers, there's a common denominator, and we just can't say it. You can. If you
Can
watch,
we say in between L and R?
No.
That's a lot of letters in there.
No. No. How about between A and Z, Gene?
Okay, just go ahead and take my whole alphabet. You took the rainbows.
You took my
You
N.
took all the cool. You took the
N,
one-headed the unicorns from us. Yeah, come on, man.
I don't have any more letters I can work with. Bubba gave me one letter, and it's queer. And I don't even want that letter.
No, I don't like that word.
No, you got two letters, Gene, you can deal with. Queer and plus. Because that's what you are.
Yep.
And that's it. No more words. So what is wrong with these people? Like these teen takeovers, they got a common thread and a common denominator, and it's just
They don't get in
absolute.
trouble.
You know what? I think you're right. I think the people that participate in these sort of things,
They know they're going to get away with it.
they know they're going to get away with it. The evidence will in liberal blue cities, the prosecution of people varies very much.
Yep.
Than when they're not so blue.
No accountability. So
now,
and they all know they're on TV.
Here are the three individuals that were arrested at the teen takeover trampoline park, North Carolina. It's not just a Chicago thing. It's a North Carolina thing too.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I walk in there with my kid, and I'm completely turning around, and I'm like this. I don't think this is our type of crowd.
No.
I don't think we fit in here very well. They don't like
And
that.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Here's the problem. It's not a white, black, Hispanic, fat, short, tall, skinny. It's everybody's got their phone in their hand and can captivate footage that they feel potentially could go viral on their stupid little platform of TikTok, Instagram, X, and they think that they're going to make $1 million because they go viral. When you realize I've had something go viral to the tune of 86 million views. We had a video. Which one? It was the one.
Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, me and Seth did a back and forth pontification of what Super Bowl ads were going for. We caught an algorithm from Facebook somehow on a recommendation, Willie, and it blew up. It went to 86 million views. Now, it didn't do crap on YouTube. It didn't do nothing on Insta. It didn't do nothing anywhere else. I think it might have made like $81 on YouTube. It was. So it did 86 million views on Facebook, and we only made $3,500. I mean, you're not going to be a millionaire when you get something to go viral. And I think if you Google what is the threshold of being able to say something went viral, I think it's only like maybe 10 million or 5 million views or something like that. So 86 million views on Facebook is, I think, kind of a big deal. I mean, can you do that research for me, Lummy? And give me so that I'm
it all
not.
depends. So YouTube Shorts is 1 million. YouTube long form is 2 to 5 million. X Twitter is 50,000. Facebook is 1 million. TikTok's 1 million.
All right, so Facebook is.
It's all about 1 million.
And we went 86 million.
Yes.
So I mean, that's viral, ain't it?
Yes.
Like very viral. Like there's not a lot of videos, like Mr. Beast and guys like that, but like. That's in the upper 1% of going viral on Facebook, and we made $3,500. So the problem is that these people that hang out at these places, these young people, all are trying to go viral, and so you have to do something outlandish in order to go viral, and so everybody's got their phones out while everybody's beating each other's asses, not necessarily because they are upset with you, because they're trying to go viral. They're trying to go viral. Take everybody's phones away, and we probably don't have half of these fights. But everybody has to captivate it, and in order to captivate it, you got to be doing something outlandish. In order to be doing something outlandish, you got to have somebody tape it, and in order to tape it, you got to go viral. Now, Lummy, can you imagine if somebody your size just goes in there and starts cleaning the house?
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine, Gene, if some big 6'6" dude just starts haymakering people?
Bust out with the bear spray right about now.
Oh, yeah, bears. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you right now, Gene.
Clear the room.
Bear spray would empty this room full of 500 people.
Yeah.
Immediately. By the way, $20 on the YouTube chat gimmick. Bear spray. Go to your Bass Pro Shops or go to Amazon.com and get the big jug of bear spray.
And if you're on probation, you can't have bear spray because it's kind of a weapon. So all you want to have is wasp spray.
Oh,
there you go.
And it shoots 30 or 40 feet.
It does. It has a really sharp stream.
And you're just, you
wasp a guy's eyes, right?
Yeah, you're homophobic over the wasps. So it's carry it all the time.
Yeah, no cop's going to take you to prison for having black flag long distance wasp spray.
Nope.
I'm.
All right.
Jeez. And these are kids.
Yeah.
These are kids that are being encouraged by these three mothers. These three mothers, I guess they took them to jail too because the three.
Get on in there and whip that girl. She jumped higher than you.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Hey, man, get up in there and whip that. I'll run video so we can
she
go
did a
viral.
Backflip. Go beat her
so
up.
we can get on TikTok. And she disrespected you by backflipping in front of you. She knows you're too fat to backflip, so go in there and knock her out. Listen, you can't backflip. You've never backflipped. You've never been a backflipper. So since that person's backflipping in front of you,
go hit her.
She's making fun and disrespecting
I'll go get her some chicken tenders.
By the way, Lasker said something almost unbelievably hilarious. Somebody in chat said Bubba's pansexual because he gets sexually aroused over pan.
He sees a pan of fried chicken.
Sees a pan of fried chicken and gets a boner.
I almost didn't want to say it because I didn't want you to get mad about
That's
it.
funny as hell. And they're all just laughing about it. You know why they're laughing about it? Because they're not held accountable.
No, not held accountable.
Not one of them are going to jail.
No.
If they did go to jail, the charges ain't going to stick.
Is that a boat?
Yeah, this is unbelievable. And Lummy, I did ask if this is real. And
it ain't real.
And Lummy,
it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Lummy got taken.
No. Look
at the side of it. It ain't even got sides. It's got.
You want to hear this?
Windows.
It's 1 mile long.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
It's 1 mile long.
So why don't we just rent that ship and put it over there at the Panama thing or wherever the Iranian thing and turn it sideways and stop everything?
That's called the Strait of Hormuz, Gene.
Yeah, that's straight to Hormuz with the mile longer.
Straight to Hormuz.
Well, they got to build it still.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not built.
Plans have been released for the 16.
Where are you going to park it?
Hold on. 16 billion mile-long ship capable of carrying 80,000 people called the Freedom Ship. The ship will be the home of about 50,000 people with a space for 10,000 tourists and 20,000 crew members.
Wow.
It's going to cost $16 billion. It's 1 mile long. Look at this thing. It is unbelievable.
Well, that changed history on Black History Month.
Well, what does it have to do with Black History Month?
Well, if they all went on a big boat like that, a party, and it fell in the water, changed life.
I have. I'm just not as handy on it as I used to do it.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
I do not pay.
I'm sorry I even said anything, but man, the trampoline thing just got in my head.
It's a whole community, Gene.
Look at this
I know.
thing. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. Look at here. I mean,
I'm going to tell you, the guy who drew that up to make it is somebody.
Oh, yeah, Gene. I mean, He's somebody.
Norman
Gene,
Nixon.
Let me.
No way.
Look at Gene, I'm going to make
Are we going to go on it?
A very profound statement to you. Everybody is somebody. Think about it.
I believe it. In someone else's eyes.
I mean, it looks like you're at an office building.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be office buildings in there. It's a whole city.
A soccer stadium.
We're talking about a mile long. We can get everything in there.
I mean, a soccer field on a boat.
They're putting a 15,000 seat stadium.
Yeah, a 15,000 seat facility to play sports. Football, basketball, probably soccer.
So we're going to have a baseball game so that, like, what we're Ray's playing at this week.
On the boat?
Playing on a ship 14 miles out in a mile-long boat.
I mean...
Well, look at them
this
stores
is
and stuff.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't afford a ticket.
There's nowhere to dock, and I guess it's going to just go around the world 2 to 3 times a year.
I mean, so...
There's 50,000...
So we got to take a boat to get to the boat.
Yep. 50,000 residents.
Probably got to take a boat to get to the boat. Probably got to take a boat.
I'm going to start looking into buying some tugs.
I'll tug you out.
I'll
tug you out.
Yeah.
And then finally, before words, and then I'm going to get into the fact that, guess what? The bombing continues. There's no ceasefire. Man. We blew the hell out of them last night.
We did?
Good. And they blew the hell out of some things, and it's just like, you blow us up, we blow you up. This country's doing that. This country's doing that.
13 minutes ago, it looks like Kuwait got bombed. The international airport got bombed.
Yeah, so we're having to step it up because they're being dicks in the
negotiation. That's from a bomb that came flying through the sky?
From Iranian. I sent it to Bubba. It's a video.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Yep.
I'll include that in the next break. But I gotta end the segment with this. This is a Louisville police officer, and listen, I would never want to be a police officer because you're just dealing with the absolute
scum of the earth now.
Scum of the earth, worst people that don't listen, that really would like to kill you and take your life. They have no remorse or regard for your authority.
State's gonna let them loose.
And so this is a trigger happy cop. When you got a guy, listen, I mean, this is fundamental. This is like fundamental human rights. If you got a wild man that's on, he's walking down the neighborhood road naked. He's completely nude, dong hanging out and everything.
Shoot him.
And he's on drugs. And he's making, like, kind of threatening gestures towards you. But you can clearly see he has no, weapons because he's naked, and you can see his hands. He's not going to pull anything out of his ass or anything like that. And he's approaching you, and he's approaching you aggressively.
No way, man. He might have AIDS.
Well, Gene, he could have AIDS, Gene, but you have 2 or 3 other less lethal options to stop that person. You can't go to option 4, which is your gun, right from the get-go. So as the naked man...
If we did, we did it more often, we wouldn't have this problem happening all over time after time again. Just fix it. Kill him. No one lives when you're stupid.
That's not the rules of engagement for most law enforcement agencies. Most law enforcement agencies in their SOP, Standard Operating Procedure Manual, will say that you are to graduate to the most lethal form, and that's about your 4th option. If you can't hit them with your ASP, then you go ahead and pepper spray. If you can't pepper spray, then you go to your taser. If you can't... if you've went through those options and he's still on meth and crystal and he's still Superman, listen, I have seen full-blown methed out crackheads take the barbs that they get shot with and pull them out and come at the cop. Now that's when you pull out the gun and take them out. I've seen cops use the pepper spray and the cracked out guy laughed at him.
Yeah.
He then took the taser. He shot him. The guy ripped him out of his like literally they surgically like embed themselves in.
They got a hook barb.
Yeah, it's like a flying fish hook that hooks your skin, and in order to get them out, if you've ever been shot, they have to take you to the hospital and cut them out.
Ooh.
And they put a couple stitches in you. So I've seen guys laugh at the bear spray, rip out the taser, and then you got to shoot the guy. But you just can't go right to shooting the guy. You just can't. As much as we would like to, and Gene's probably right, if we just started shooting these crazy bastards, it might tell in the crazy bastard community, they might be like, hey, listen, you know what? Next time you get methed out, you think you're Superman?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and lay down. Let the cops, just don't
take one.
Yeah.
Just because you know what? Remember our friend Fred? Remember he got used to get
Oh yeah.
7 in the chest, bro.
He got 6 in the chest.
Naked. They didn't have a weapon.
Now to more breaking news from Kentucky.
Man, I don't know what. We don't have the room separation we used to, Lummy. And Macho Man makes some of his food, and it smells so good.
I know. I'm getting hungry.
Oh my God. His 9,000 grams of protein he has to eat a day.
A police officer in Louisville is facing discipline tonight after an incident on Saturday night when he shot and killed the suspect who was naked and unarmed at the time. CBS Weekend News anchor Jerika Duncan joins us with details.
Oh, I love her. CBS News is in shambles last night. Did you see where they got a hold of the Scott Peltry guy, what the hell the guy's name is? They got rid of him.
We do warn you, this video is graphic. Jerika, what happened?
And that food smells good as hell, does it not?
Yeah.
What is it? Beef and rice?
Probably.
Yeah, Tony, the Louisville Metro Police Chief says he plans to fire that officer who took that fatal shot. It all started on Saturday when police got a call to a residence because a man was apparently assaulting his girlfriend and 2 of her friends. Now, body camera video shows
the guy is buck-ass naked. So, there's no way he could have a weapon. There's no pockets. There's nothing under his arms. He hasn't seen anything in his butt. He's completely
he's holding
nude.
his butt with his hand. Maybe he's holding something up in there.
Wiener hanging out. And he's cracked out beyond belief. And the cops tell them, stop coming at me so aggressively.
Officer Nathan Stouts walking toward the suspect, 27-year-old Martin Netskin, who was naked and unarmed. Stouts tells Netskin to put his hands up 7 times.
So, pepper spray, fish hooks. You got to go with that.
And then yells for him to either stop or stop walking towards him 10 times. This portion of the video may be difficult to watch.
Stop walking towards me. Show me your hand. Show me your other hand. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Nitskin's family says they believe he was having...
By the way, he is
walking away.
No, hold on. He's spreading his butt cheeks.
Sure is.
I don't know if he's trying to fart or what.
Maybe he got a knife in that crack.
No, he doesn't.
Might have a penknife.
No, he ain't got nothing. He's just whacked.
A mental break. The police chief said that because this was a call for an assault, they would not have necessarily had a mental health professional there on the scene. As for the officer who could be fired, he was hired in 2024 and does not have a disciplinary record. Tony?
Yeah, at least he's not getting arrested. Or getting charged.
He's dead. Oh, no, you mean the guy?
cop,
well,
yeah.
you never know.
How many shots did he shot at?
7, I think. You never know. Lummy, you don't know if this is something the prosecutor might pick up, make an example out of these guys. So you sent me an update on the update.
Yes.
So it
looks like Iran.
Did they start it or we started?
No, it says Iran sent a missile through and a drone attack.
And here's what they're doing.
Airport.
And here's what they're doing. They're trying to make Trump look as bad as they can. These people are unreasonable. You cannot reason with them. You cannot negotiate with them.
They're not smart enough to mess with Trump. Trump is stupid on his own.
Well, true. But they're going to keep kicking this thing down the road, and it's gonna turn from 30 to 60 to 90. Next thing you know, it's Christmas, and we're over, and they're still, we're supposed to have a ceasefire. And there was bombs, a lot of bombs dropped last night on both sides of the fence. We'll get to it next.
Bubba.
Bubba-isms are the best thing in the world, man.
It's fun. It's so much fun.
Bubba the Love Sponge. We love you, Bubba.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Not. If you fire on us, we have
technically they didn't fire on us. They fired on Kuwait. But if you look at the rules of war, I don't think you're supposed to
fire. Period.
Well, no, fire at civilian airports.
Oh, and that's what they did.
Yeah, that's against the rules of war.
But like a army aircraft.
Oh yeah, I mean that's.
Because they were firing on the army.
But I mean, you're not supposed to go after like hospitals.
So this is getting innocent people crunched up.
Yeah. I mean, fucking, the airport looks pretty fucked up.
Tell them, Dirt Merchant, hit them thumbs ups.
I think we're almost 1,000.
Huh?
I think we're almost there at 1,000.
Yeah, Grouper Lips, that's where I'd have shot him first.
In the balls?
Yeah. Oh, it is Grouper Lips? Yeah, it is a war crime. It's a war crime. Who are we going to charge? The IRGC? Well, this is their second time, I think, Grouper Lips. I think they did it to Dubai, too. What did Macho have?
And the signs that every day around people need not apply.
We've had a lot of message held for reviews today.
Yeah, what, buddy?
Says that this message held for review. We've had like a dozen of them today.
I think you got to look at it and let it through or not.
Whoever's doing it must be being overpowered today. Another message to be held.
Oh, did you text back there?
What?
No, I was just asking Macho if you text Bob Cook. We're looking for that adhesive.
Oh man, I'd look in one of those I'd look in one of those.
Macho thinks they used it all when
no,
they did the carpets.
Yeah, they probably did.
But we're just double.
Just ask Bob Cook. Bob will know.
Yeah, that's what.
Or Merch Crick or Greg.
Okay. Some of the. See what she says.
Semi-Auto Glass is a family-owned business ran by the brothers Michael and Travis Hatscombe with over 40 years of combined family experience in the auto glass industry. They bring a wealth of knowledge to every job, whether it's semis, whether it's heavy equipment, or whether it's your fleet. Semi-Auto Glass meets all of your auto and truck glass needs. Windshield, back glass, door glass, and automatic window repair. So easy to get a hold of. 813-245-1936 or semiautoglass.com.
He doesn't care about opinion polls and research studies.
Oh, I feel safer already.
He's more concerned about getting a hot porn star for a mix-in with his wife.
Okay, good, because I want to have sex.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Man, my life has changed drastically. Just from that positioning statement. So, I don't know. I mean, I think the average American is getting epic fury fatigue. I just think we're kind of over it. We don't know what's real. We don't know who's fighting who's blowing off what missile, who started it, who has signed what agreement, who's broke what agreement. I think we only know this, that I feel like most Americans, regardless if you're Democratic or Republican, that you feel like we're getting screwed with. And whether the president is being honest or he's not, or he's freaking out, but he's really not freaking out, or he's cool in the pocket, or how long this thing's going to last, I think we would all agree on two things. One, we would like for it to be over sooner than later. Please. Our lives will start getting back to normal. This has affected our lives tremendously. Inflation's up. Gas prices are as high as they've been in a long time. Unemployment's down. The stock market's on fire. Everything, all other economic indicators are pretty good. If you could just get the fuel prices down and start getting some grocery prices down, and the only reason grocery prices are back up is because it takes diesel fuel to move, food from the Publix warehouse to your Publix supermarket and whatever, Kroger or wherever, Walmart, Target, wherever you shop. All those durable goods come in on trucks. Some rail, but mostly trucks. But rail's even more too, because those big choo-choo trains don't run on electricity. They run on diesel fuel, my friend. So, rail is just as much more expensive as trucking is. We would agree that, one, we needed to get it resolved. Regardless of if we're pregnant with the baby, but let's have it. Let's induce labor and be done with it. And then the other thing is, these are some really bad, disingenuous people. These people do not negotiate in good faith. They're not afraid to die. Like I've said, I've said, I can't even tell you how many times I've said it. You go ask Gene Lasker, you afraid to die? Yeah, because I'm going to miss Sarah, and I'm going to miss Coben, I'm going to miss my shop, I'm going to miss my street ride, I'm going to miss my sprint.
I ain't ready to die yet.
Sprint car.
That's right.
I'm going to miss Bubba, I'm going to miss Bobby, I'm going to miss Lummy. Yeah, I am afraid to die. I don't want to die anytime soon. That's why I'm losing weight. I'm down at 243.
Big E, $25.
That's why I've changed my ways, and not near the asshole I used to be. You ask any American, you ask any person for the most part in our country, you want to die? You afraid to die? You're like, hell yeah, I don't want to die. But you ask them, the majority of them that practice Sharia law or Muslim or believe in Muhammad or whatever their religious pattern is, they're not afraid to die. They are rewarded according to their belief system if they die. They're rewarded. They get 73 virgins, and the streets are paved in gold. So be like, yeah.
And they don't get to live their regular life that they want to live because they're told how to live it.
Whatever Gene just said. I think it makes a lot of sense. Kuwait said Wednesday. That's today. That an Iranian missile and drone attack hit its international airport, killing one person and wounding others, as the ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. looked increasingly fragile after another exchange of fire. This is 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago. I don't think there's any sound on it.
No, I don't think so.
Kuwait says one person killed and others wounded in Iranian attack on the country's main airport. And so it looks like the Iranian drones and some missiles came and hit the Kuwait. What country is
all of that damage? Only one guy died.
Where's Kuwait?
In Kuwait, it's next to Iraq, so across the pond from Iran.
And why do they got a problem with Kuwait?
Because Kuwait likes us.
So they just bombed Kuwait's airport. And one person died, and look at but Gene, okay, yes, granted, only one person died, but look at all the infrastructure
damage.
It's the millions and millions of dollars to repair a commercial grade airport. And this happened 30 minutes ago. And again, even CBS News says, as the ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. looks increasingly fragile after yet another exchange of fire. They're not supposed to be doing this.
No.
They're not
supposed to be firing on anybody.
No, they're not.
With Iran now in the efforts to negotiate a peace deal, Iranian state TV said the regime was suspending all talks with the U.S. But just hours later, President Trump said, in fact, the talks were continuing at what he called a rapid pace. So which is it? Senior national security correspondent Charlie Daggett reports tonight from Tel Aviv.
Israel's increasing bombardment of Iranian-backed Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, which today included a strike that tore through a hospital in the city of Tyre, has prompted Iranian negotiators to shut down all communications with the U.S. until Israel stops its ground offensive. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman said a ceasefire in Lebanon is an inseparable part of any ceasefire and any final agreement to end the war. President Trump then took to social media, posting today that talks are continuing at a rapid pace. This comes amid escalating attacks between Iran and the U.S. in recent days. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps released video today claiming to show ballistic missiles launched at U.S. military targets in retaliation for U.S. airstrikes over the weekend. Defense sources confirmed that U.S. forces did intercept 2 Iranian missiles targeting American troops in Kuwait. They said no U.S. personnel were harmed. After U.S. fighter jets struck 2 locations along the Strait of Hormuz, housing radar and command and control sites for drones. But tonight, President Trump said that...
I just sent you an email on your Gmail.
Okay.
That I need you to IM me.
Got it.
Because Brooke Hogan sent me a very disturbing text yesterday.
Oh.
And no. I mean, like, this is really, really, really kabuki, what's happening to her. And I'm going to probably have her on the phone here in a minute to explain, because I don't even want to explain it. I'd rather have her explain it in her own words. But she thinks it might be Scientology that's screwing with her, as she is increasingly asking more and more questions about what happened to her father and why she can't see the autopsy, and getting more and more dead ends. Let me just finish this out.
Both Israel and Hezbollah have agreed not to attack each other. However, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his forces would target Beirut if the group continued attacking Israeli cities.
See, like, I just think that this is all planned for them to create as much havoc. They lie to us. They tell us it's a ceasefire. And then literally Trump comes on TV and says, we'll let you know we're getting real close. And then they come on like literally 30 minutes after Trump on their television and be like, under no circumstances are we negotiating with America. We will never give our nuclear capabilities up. We will never, we're not negotiating with America. America sucks. Death to America.
This new video that really shows the destruction left by Israeli strikes near a hospital in Tyre on Monday. Lebanon State News.
So Israel launched fresh strikes on southern Lebanon. So we can't get these two to stop fighting. And so since these two won't stop fighting, Israel's continuing to launch things into Lebanon. Lebanon's continuing to blow stuff back over there. They're down here fighting. And, the grown-ups at the negotiation table can't seem to be able to negotiate in good faith because everybody's still fighting around them.
Agency says the attack killed 4 people and injured 127 others, including dozens of hospital workers. Mr. Netanyahu is facing pressure at home to escalate the war with Hezbollah after repeated attacks on northern Israel. But in a heated phone call, President Trump urged him to scale back while efforts are underway for a broader peace deal with Iran. Mr. Trump says he stopped Israel from carrying out a major raid on Beirut. Iran is demanding a ceasefire in Lebanon as part of any wider deal. But after a series of contradictory reports, it's frankly difficult to say exactly where those on again, off again peace talks actually stand. So we're joined now by CNN's Jerusalem correspondent Jeremy Diamond and our politics senior reporter Stephen Collinson. Jeremy, let me start with you, because this time, roughly yesterday, President Trump was taking to social media to say that the shooting will stop, that Israel will not attack them and they will not attack Israel, speaking about Hezbollah. Just bring us up to date with the very latest. Has the shooting stopped?
No. Nobody's stopping nothing. Nope. Everybody's just making excuses, and they're still blasting each other.
Well, there certainly is no complete ceasefire in Lebanon at the moment, just as there has not been for much of the existence of that very same ceasefire. What has changed in the last 24 hours are that the Israeli military and the Israeli government was, it seems, forced to shelve plans to escalate its attacks in Lebanon, and in particular in the Lebanese capital of Beirut. Just last night, we were seeing the Israeli military issuing these evacuation orders for the southern suburbs of Beirut, and then came President Trump's phone call with the Israeli prime minister, and that's when it all changed. The Israelis say that they are still retaining effectively the threat of strikes on Beirut should Hezbollah not uphold its end of the bargain, which is ceasing its attacks against Israeli populations.
We pretty much, that's from yesterday, you know, let me? Yeah, that's from yesterday. And so, you know, again, I guess we bombed them last night, right?
Well, technically.
Not enough.
Not enough, Gene. That's what I'm saying. Not enough. The media and Trump, everybody, they're like,
I want to hear about a lot of people dying.
I want to hear about...
like when my towers went down. A lot of people died. Let's have a lot of people die over there. Come on, man.
Let's have a lot of people die Thursday.
I'm even saying kill the pregnant women.
Well, we're not saying that, Gene, at all.
All of them.
You can't, Gene. You can't say that. Say you're sorry.
Our pregnant women died in them towers.
I'm going to have to run a disclaimer. I got to run. We don't know. We don't know how many pregnant women died at 9/11. We don't know.
8.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station.
All right, let me change. I'll think of something else. But you know, when you said something about Brooke Hogan's want to speak, I thought maybe did Seth? Did she try to borrow $5,000 from Seth?
No.
Try to borrow money?
Footage released after a crash in Central Florida leaves. So this woman was so drunk that she went through a toll booth in Florida and on the toll road.
Oh, she killed that lady.
And she killed the woman. She lost control of her car.
It was the Daytona.
And think about this, man. If you're sitting in those toll booths, I know they put like a little.
They got that concrete lick there.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to hit them, but
I mean, you can't.
You get launched up over it.
If you're hauling ass through there and lose control,
it's easy to do.
I mean, you're just a sitting duck as a toll booth person. And she goes through a toll booth drunk, hits the toll booth person. I think kills them.
Yep. They kept driving.
And kept driving.
Is it a dude or a girl?
I don't know. I think a woman. And then she drove into the beach. I think she drove into the...
the toll booth is on a downhill slide anyway, and it don't have a big concrete barrier like a regular toll booth does on the crosstown.
This is the beach toll booth.
Yes, right. Yeah. It's just a little wooden shack right there in the middle of the street. It might have a little bit of a barrier, but nothing to...
Right, because people are going like 5... You're going 5 miles an hour.
Coming down that hill.
Yeah, you're losing. You're leaving A1A. You're making a left or a right.
Exactly.
And it's just a little like from here to the end of the garage, and it usually has some sand on it and stuff from people tracing or tracking it off the beach. So you just kind of go chili dog in there. If you're a motorcycle, you really got to be careful.
Yeah, because you're slip and slide.
Right. And you don't gas it up and act like you're doing,
you'll fall down.
Tokyo drift in there, like this little girl did.
Oh no, 35-year-old Deanna Harrell was drinking at a bar in Daytona Beach Shores Monday afternoon, then reported for...
Think about this. This woman right here...
Looks like it's early in the morning.
...will spend the rest of her life in prison. This woman right here, who's somebody's grandma, who's probably got a drinking problem, but never really wanted to kill anybody. She is so drunk that she runs over the toll booth woman... Can
I tell her something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Call Hazlett.
Drunk driving erratically.
This is all the different times.
Oh, so this is all...
This is throughout the day because she got arrested at around 4 in the afternoon.
So at 12:29, like 29 minutes past noon, she makes a U-turn in the middle of a peninsula.
Over the hump.
Just minutes before this, he says these surveillance videos showed the black pickup truck speeding down the Dunlawton Beach ramp and taking out the toll booth with the intended...
Oh, my God.
She had no chance.
No, she didn't.
Surveillance video showed the black pickup truck speeding down the Dunlawton Beach ramp and taking
right into the water.
Out the toll booth with the intended...
Dead on.
Man,
dead on.
Inside.
At 12:38, she kills our victim. What you're not going to see in here is that our victim, Tammy Jo Baker, enters that booth at 12:38:05. At 12:40, she's dead. At 12:39...
So she was at work and in the booth for less than 2 minutes.
Oh, poor baby.
EMTs are on location.
The sheriff says Harrell kept driving down the beach, but eventually got stuck in the sand.
She kept it gassed up until she got to the water.
Yep.
Well, you see that?
Body camera video from deputies show the lifeguards attempting to help Baker, then show them getting to Harrell, who they say reeked of alcohol. Sheriff Chitwood says they had to place Harrell in a psychiatric hold via the Baker Act due to her threats of self-harm, but they are pursuing vehicular...
Listen, you can say you're going to kill yourself because you think you're going to get out of jail. They're just going to hold you until you finally sober up, and then you're going to go in the clink.
Homicide charges against her.
35 seconds after our victim enters the booth, she's dead. And our job is to build a case to make sure that Tammy Jo and her family get justice.
Poor Tammy Jo. She just going to work, trying to make a living.
She ain't making much money in that tow booth either.
But she's just busting her ass, trying to do the right thing, not be on unemployment or SNAP benefits or anything like that. She's just trying to make a living. And now she, husband, kid, family, gone. And you would never, like, if you're like, hey, my mom works the tow booth down at Daytona Beach. Okay, you would never think in a million years that would be, your mom would come home dead.
Tell her you know me, she'll let you down.
The sheriff says these cases take time, and the state attorney's office is actually asking for more evidence. He says right now they are working on getting a search warrant for the car. Video from the
Is
bar.
that a proper shirt for a news person?
It's kind of hot.
Yeah, but it's like...
Gee, they're in Daytona Beach,
It
man.
makes you look there.
She looks... Yeah.
Okay, that's what she wants you to look.
That bottom should be hooked together.
She's got nice jugs, Gene, and she just gives you a small little hint of them.
But
it's just a hint, and I think it's very classily done, too.
Was drinking before this crash, and then they will take it...
She needs some Botox, I'll tell you that.
Back to the state attorney's office and ask for those vehicular
What, for the wrinkles on her forehead?
Her to be held on no bond. We're told
So did you get what I sent you?
No, I was telling Macho he might need to come in and look at it real quick because I haven't got it yet.
Sure, I can't text it to you because you ain't got a phone, right?
That's right.
Why? Didn't pay the bill?
I got to go to work.
No.
I got to get this footage to you because I got to play it.
Plea out.
Macho's gonna if you need help.
Okay, hold on.
Come in
Brooke's telling me not. Hold off.
Okay.
Not gonna say anything.
Oh, that's
there's
so scary.
something that's happening. Yeah, she's. I can't really get into it. She told me not to. So we'll be back in a minute.
Yep, he insulted everyone during that last break. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Sunbelt Rentals.
Come on in, sir.
Sunbelt Rentals.
Tell him we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. Let me. 4:47. I know you probably want to say hi to Gino.
He's right there. Okay.
Who was it? Oh, Mr. Larry Plummer, the owner of Warsaw, Indiana.
The owner of Warsaw, Indiana.
Owner of
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
So you just vacationing with the kiddos?
Yeah. They hadn't been to Disney, so they wanted to come down. And of course, she's like,
So what part of Disney you going to go see?
Magic Kingdom.
They're already over there.
Oh, they're already over there.
Yeah.
They picked it
Hell,
up.
I did that 27 years ago. I don't want to go again.
Yeah, but when you did it, there was only one thing.
Yeah.
Now
there's several of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so she had like 3 different things that were picked out to do.
okay.
And
And
go
she
on
looked
to,
at, she did her due diligence on where she wanted to go.
Yeah. Of course, then we would try to get her to pack lunch and save a bunch of money. And
She would.
You can't do that. You got to eat Disney food.
Oh, no.
Bubba's like, we're going to save money. She won't do that. She tried, and she's like, no, we're just going to buy the food there.
That's what I would say, yeah. You got to eat the Disney food.
Oh, yeah.
The Mickey Mouse hamburger.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So what do you think about the Sponge's Kingdom?
I love it.
You know, I told this asshole
I think it's
back
so
in the
much
day
better.
when he's putting pylons in the sand hole. And
Yeah.
I said, well, why are you so stupid?
Yeah.
You ain't going to take the redneck out of you.
No.
Okay? I mean, you might have got out of there, and now you're here, but you're still fucking redneck. Okay? Why are you trying to be this?
Yeah.
We're not this.
Yeah.
Get you some acres and put your 3 garages up in one house.
One house. There you go.
And let it be
All right,
live like
Gene,
a king.
you're flapping your guns, probably giving some information.
That's the fucking truth, ain't it?
All right, well, let's just fucking back it down a notch, okay?
All right, that's the one who just had pylons.
Yeah.
And he was bragging about those. I'm going like, bitch, ain't even a house there.
With pylons,
I know,
where
I got fucking pylons in,
it
so
messed
don't-
up the neighbor's foundation.
I remember going there a couple of different times. I go like, I don't think they've done any work. I know, I gotta get on them. You're never gonna live here.
Oh my God. No, I told him, I said, this is so much, it's condensed, but it's so much better, and it feels more like I love that back screen.
Oh,
You
this
guys
is
are
this
set
is
up
a man
nicer
cave
than you
now.
do.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
This more reminds me of when we was when we were in our first one there at the on the bottom floor of the 2-story one.
Yep.
You know, thin and skinny and long,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like that. I loved that.
Yeah.
And then he went to the bigger one, which is cool as hell, but and craziness that we can do there with the.
Well, it was different content years ago.
Yeah,
By the
different
time we
content
did
years
this.
ago.
Yeah,
we
we
can't
can't
do
do
that
the
no more.
same
So.
shit anymore.
Yeah.
But this is very nice, ain't it?
Very nice.
But
Very
the
nice.
technology, like the ceiling tile and the lighting that he's got up there, is really cool as hell.
Man, Macho Man's food smells good as fuck. What is it?
It's like that rice-a-roni.
Yeah, he said he already ate it. Sorry.
Smells good as fuck.
It was taco beef and
What was
rice.
it?
Taco beef and rice.
What was
Yeah,
it?
taco beef and rice. Yeah, like
It
rice-a-roni.
smelled like taco beef. All right, so I got these 2 Miami swim gimmicks. Someone, let me. I think that.
You're by the way, you're taking all your breaks today.
Yeah, I got one more to go.
No, you're good.
I know. I'm gonna run it up to like 54
And then hit it.
and then be done.
Got it. Macho just wanted me to remind you.
Motherfucker,
I'm
am
just
on-
saying, listen, I'm gonna go home.
Hey, he's the middleman.
Motherfucker, you don't think I got a pulse on
I
what the
thought
fuck's
you
happening?
did, but then I don't want Macho mad at me.
Man, Lummy, watch your mouth.
God damn it,
What are you doing
Macho.
yelling at the fucking boss?
Yeah, Lummy, you fucking asshole.
Fucking
Damn.
Macho. Gene,
Macho just got you in trouble.
I know.
I know we're on break. Hey, I know we're on break 7. I was trying to sliver out some time for Brooke, but she doesn't think that she should call in
You got
because.
7 breaks a day. Oh,
8.
yeah, I wish I had fucking 3.
All right, here we go. 38.
Gene, do you have your knives with you?
What?
Do you have your knives with you? The knife
Yeah.
with you? Good, because I'm gonna knife Macho's 2 tires today.
Why? We can't have inner turmoil, Lummy. We got enough with Seth.
Oh, Jesus.
Save yours for next season. Inner turmoil is seasonal.
Striving to reach new lows every day. It's Bubba the Love Sponge. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, I just got a text from some really good people from California that's catching this show.
Oh, great.
I love when California people listen to, or watch, I should say, watch the show. It's, I think California is like our third, or I think it's Florida, New York, Pennsylvania, then California.
I think you are correct.
And the chicks from California are hot. Yeah. Real liberal. Do anything. At least my experience with California.
Fourth.
Smell like
looks
fire.
like for YouTube, it's fourth.
Oh, fourth.
Yes.
Fourth.
New York, Tampa, Chicago, L.A.
Gene, and California's a lockout state, isn't it? You can't go there.
No.
You can't go there as an outlaw.
No.
And even if you go there as a private citizen, do you have to? Nope. You can't go even as a private citizen because you're always an outlaw.
Yeah, I'm registered.
I'm registered, like my dog, papers. Model Penny Lane is going viral after owning the Sports Illustrated Miami Swim Week runway. Now, I think this plays Back in Black or something. Yeah, so I can't. No. I'll get a copyright strike, so I will not.
Well, you can play it on mine. I'm not going to copyright nothing.
No, well, Gene, the AC/DC can't. The owners of the AC/DC Back in Black song,
I don't need no music. I just want to see it.
They're not going to denote your usage from mine.
Hey, I'm a plus, man. Give me it.
I'm queer and I'm plus. But so I can't play the music behind this. But man, talk about boobies a bouncing. Whew. Look at this.
Sarah boobs right there.
Oh my God! Look at that. Whew. Is that too much?
Man, she almost looks like the basketball player.
She is not.
Man,
no
there was this chick back in the Power Pick Dave's name. There was a groupie named Jessica Basketballs, and she had these big natural, like boobs this big. She was from Plant City, and she used to come down every Thursday and just give.
God did not neglect her.
No, God gave this woman
everything.
God gave this woman everything, and then some. I'm going to be honest with you. I think those are natural.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're
natural.
Those are. Oh my God. Yeah. Those are natural. That's the perfect woman right there. My Lord, that might be the hottest bitch I've ever seen in my entire life.
I sent you her Instagram.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I dye her hair, but that's me.
Oh, you mean black?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta go brunette.
Yeah.
I fancy brunettes more so than blondes as well. But when you have a blonde like that,
I like the blonde hair that grows on the backside of their ears, though.
I like the blonde hair that goes upside the back of their ass. It's called peach fuzz. Is this right here? Let me. I can't play any of the music. Nothing's better than an in shape, hot, skinny girl with big flippy flop natural jugs. You know, listen, I'm all for boob jobs. Every one of my girlfriends pretty much has gotten them.
But you're trying to copy this gimmick.
But I mean, but when you are in shape, skinny, nice ass, petite.
God even gave her an upper lip.
And don't need to do the lip injections. You got nice natural lips, and you got like 32 double D boobs. Natural. They bounce.
1 inch ears.
And I mean, she might be one of the most perfect, beautiful women I've ever seen. She got like 10 million followers on Instagram.
No, I'm actually surprised she only has 522,000.
Give her a raise.
One more. 22,001 now.
Hi, I'm super hot, and since I'm super hot, I can get guys to buy me really, really fancy oceanside hotels. And when you got the kind of equipment she's got, you got them stacked up 15 deep, ready to. You know, but a lot of times women that are that hot aren't really that good in bed.
Because
they don't have to be.
Yeah, they don't have to be. They don't have to be that good in bed because they're just absolutely.
Bring your stun gun to bed. They'll move around.
Look at that! Not an ounce of makeup on, natural. Wow. Oh man.
Man, I'm glad I could see the brunette on the right side. That's smoking more hotter than her.
See the brunette that's smoking more.
That looks like Sarah.
Hotter.
Look at that. Just the right size.
She's a smoke show.
Yeah.
So is this a California girl? Is she a California girl? Penny Lane is the name.
Make sure, but it looks like she's living there now.
Yeah, I mean, they may not. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna turn music off, but I mean, the side boob, the big areola. I need a burner timeout immediately. And
that's almost AI.
She is so perfect that she's almost AI. Yes, I would agree. And then Lummy, the second most perfect hot chick in the world. Now, I think she's got naturals as well.
Yeah, this is Jackson Dart's girlfriend.
The starting quarterback for the New York Giants, who just got into a little bit of a dust-up introducing Donald Trump, and then is running back, former first round or fellow first rounder. What is it, Abdul the Butcher?
Yes.
Said that you're a piece of shiz because you introduced the president. This is Jackson Dart's girlfriend. Remember we were talking. We saw the Kentucky Derby picks yesterday.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Penny Lane was born. She's from England.
Oh, that even makes her hotter.
She has a little accent then.
Now, does she live in California?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. They all migrate to L.A., but I think L.A. is a completely dumb. I think
got a better walk.
I think L.A. is a complete dumpster fire.
Yes, it is.
I think hot chicks.
Boom.
I think like international, globally hot.
If she knew what she looked like from behind, she'd walk backwards.
I think now the hot chick circuit, they might be moving out of L.A. because it's just so expensive to live, and it's a dumpster fire. And it's just, I mean, my God. It's
they got to move here?
And so, no. Well, Miami. Miami has become kind of like a big modeling mecca now for a lot of these L.A. girls. They move to Miami. Or they move to Austin, Texas, or Dallas, or...
That ain't going to do us no good. Our cars ain't low enough to go there.
What, to Miami?
Yeah.
Our cars ain't... Wait, they're all Mexican lowriders?
Yep. Exactly.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, buddy. And by the way, I just want everybody to know that Brooke Hogan has since gotten a hold of me and is like, listen, I'm going to have to leave. She filed a police report.
Oh.
About what is happening to her and her family right now. She thinks that it's Scientology based, but she doesn't want to necessarily get on the air and talk about it. Steve has talked her out of calling. I'm all about kind of talking about it and putting them on notice if indeed they are doing what I have She videotaped what is happening.
Well, I don't think so, buddy. Get the hell out of here. Take that.
All right, so
where's that coming from?
This guy.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm just trying to race this guy off the line. This is NorCal Mark. Just so you know, hey, everybody in California ain't a liberal, and Northern California is different than Southern California. I'm just sticking up for us out here in California.
No, I mean, like, from San Francisco on down is pretty much a dumpster fire. But, I mean, you get into the northern part where all the vineyards are and things like that, it's quite beautiful. And I think, and I'm not trying to say liberal's bad. I'm not. But, I mean, when California now has this new rule, which I was going to run here in a minute, where if you – here, where's it at right here? I have it here. It's called the Nick Shirley Act. Have you heard about it?
Oh, God, here we go.
And so it says – hold on here. It says the California Democrats put in the Stop Nick Shirley Act that they actually will put journalists in jail for investigating fraud. So if you're a journalist and you're investigating some fraudulent activity like the Somalians in Minneapolis or the big remember the big water caper, Lummy, where they were supposed to have all this water infrastructure to fight, wildfires in California.
Didn't have any.
And they blew all the money. And so if it's not just video takedown requests, it's fine and legal fees. You can go to jail. I looked into this, and they can actually file criminal charges against journalists. They can file these charges for what they considered aggressive tactics. It would fall under repeated visits to private property, confronting any staff, filming in ways that disrupt operations, doxing address, meaning literally mentioning the facilities. You can face civil crimes, restraining orders, fines, or criminal harassment charges if prosecutors stretch the law. This bill says that anyone that investigates fraud taking place in immigrant communities and state-funded NGOs, they can actually go to jail, be fined $10,000, spend a lot of money defending themselves, and the video has to be removed. This act has been passed on the assembly floor, and I think is waiting for the governor to sign it. So you can't even be
just that state.
You just can't.
Yes.
Yeah, just California. You can't be a journalist that digs deep into fraud and potentially expose somebody that's doing a fraudulent type deal. They can put you in jail for that.
That's nice.
That's typical. That's typical of Newsom. The only good news with all of this is that everybody's watching what happens here in California, and you're right. It is. We should just slip it into the ocean, at least Southern California. And Gavin Newsom ain't going to make it to president because of what he's done here.
I hope
that's the only silver lining.
I hope Spencer Pratt Now it's good. It looks like it's going to end up being the current incumbent. The last night's mayoral.
Mayor Bass.
Yeah, is it Catherine Bass?
Dang it.
Anyway, Mayor Bass, this light-skinned African American woman who is
Karen Bass.
Karen Bass. Karen Bass, the current LA mayor, made it. She made it. They take the top two. And so it looks like the Spencer Pratt guy, the former reality star, but he's really has more common sense than most. I hope he's the new mayor of L.A. and can turn L.A. around. But this Karen Bass bitch has ran L.A. right into the ground. L.A. is just horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yep. They haven't even fixed the fires from, what was it, a year and a half ago?
No,
Nothing.
haven't. And there's fraud. And it's just, and listen, so one of the Democratic candidates that's running for governor, we played on yesterday's show, and he was talking to that A.B. Hernandez guy that competed as a woman in the girls' track meet, won 3 state titles, set a national record on triple jump by 4 feet, is a man, is a boy, and has a penis, and the gubernatorial candidate for your governor after Gavin Newsom, this dude is talking to the Democratic old dude that's running for governor, is talking to this boy that competes as a girl, letting him know that I'm going to stand by you and others 100%. So there's going to be like 1,000 boys next year. Let me run in, playing softball and volleyball and girls basketball.
Yep.
And I mean, like, you know what? You need to compete with regards to how you what you are chromosomally. If you're a boy, if you're an XY, you're a boy and you play boy sports, and if you're an XX, you're a girl and you play girl stuff. You can't have a wiener, produce more testosterone, and just physically be better than a woman. Men are made differently, and just because. And by the way, I think A.B. Hernandez got like 22nd or 31st in last year's boys track meet, and so since he can't win as a boy, he has to put a sports bra on, wear a mini skirt and some lipstick, and compete as a woman. Yep. And the governor and the guy that might be your next governor says he's all for that and supports that cause, and that this kid's mom is a hero. Ha!
And you're guilty of paying taxes to that idiot.
Well, this guy is, not me.
I don't know about that. We'll keep that on a kayfabe on my taxes.
I mean, is there for instance, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the great governor, and his first term as a little.
Why was he great? He didn't do nothing.
No, but the hell he didn't.
No, he was good.
He was good, Gene. He was.
Yeah. Why'd y'all run him off?
Well, he termed out. He did 2 terms.
Yeah, he timed out.
And then he could never.
How in the hell can you term out and you can't term out as a congressman?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. We need term limits on everything. We need term limits on every political office, from the dog catcher to the so if the president has the maximum of 2 terms, then shouldn't the people that are under the congressmen and the senators, governors have 2 terms. Other major public officials are.
Somebody dropped the ball on that.
Yeah.
Idea.
And you can't pass it as law because they're not going to vote for themselves to have rules like that.
No.
So it's over. Anyway, sir, I love my California listeners. I had a couple California listeners text me today. You're calling today. It's our fourth most listened to state of all states, and I think we have a large amount of listeners out of California. And I love you guys.
Yeah, I've been listening since the serious days, and I don't miss a show. I listen to you guys live the last 2 hours, and then the rest of the day I listen to the first 2 hours of the show. So I don't miss nothing, and I love the show. You guys are great, and
by what
I
means
look forward to coming to Barb.
By what means do you catch the show?
Usually on HQ. When I'm at the house in the mornings before I leave for work, I use the YouTube gimmick and hit the like button and watch you guys YouTube a little bit, and then as soon as I get in the car, I go to HQ.
Oh, so you're a BARP guy too? You're that level?
Yeah,
man.
I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming, baby.
No,
to the new place, yeah.
But we got a new Covington Farm Bar, and this place is.
You'll feel right at home. It's like California.
This place is unbelievable. It's hideout. It's upper crust like California. It really is. Yeah. So anyway, Bud, man, we love you, Bud.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, man. See you later, buddy. No homo. This is, I guess, explaining the potential Nick Shirley Act. So journalists can't even go in and start drilling down deep on fraud, because if you're drilling down deep on one of these politicians and you're getting close to getting to them, they're just going to pull out this Nick Shirley Act. Nick Shirley was the guy that went and uncovered all the corruption in Minneapolis. Isn't he, Lummy?
Yes, he is.
And it's to the tune of billions of dollars where these Somalians were given the Iggy from their Omar Ilar, or whatever that bitch's name, that they were going to start, like the government was going to start funding Somalian child care. And so all these Somalians, there's like 23 child care companies in this one office building, and there wasn't any child care companies. They were just,
no employees.
Yeah, but there wasn't even a business.
Right.
And they were making like, $25,000, $30,000 a month getting federal subsidies.
I'll wear a turban for that.
Stop Nick Shirley Act was voted upon yesterday in the state of California, and of course it passed. 57 legislators voted for it, while 19 legislators voted against it. In the state of California, the politicians are more afraid of the people exposing the fraud than the fraud taking place in their state. This bill says that if anyone investigates fraud taking place in immigrant communities and state-funded NGOs, they actually can go to jail, be fined up to $10,000, spend a lot of money defending themselves, and if they post a video about it, well, the video will have to come down. If you remember...
How in the hell does this get passed? How can you people of California...
You're next.
...let your leaders and politically and elected officials post and pass things that stop journalists from investigating fraud? What world are you living in? And where your governor aligns himself with boys that want to put lipstick on and beat girls in sports.
Good luck.
Nick Shirley's viral video, he visited a few daycares in San Diego. One of the daycares that he went to actually had children there, but there were no adults there. This was a state-funded daycare in an apartment.
So, Lummy, they got the child fraud gimmick going on in Cali, too.
They do. That's why they're trying to shut it down now.
He found a few little kids there. The little kids said, "No, we just watch ourselves. There's no adults here." This is the type of activity that politicians in the state of California do not want you looking into. They also don't want you looking into NGOs and just where all that taxpayer money is going, because many politicians have their own NGOs.
Yeah, so, Gene, these politicians will open up their own little businesses, but they're really not a business.
That's how.
Because they know where the federal grant money is and how to get it, and so they'll open up, or their uncle or their cousin or their husband or their wife or their significant other.
I thought about opening up a daycare, and I just put body cams on all my kids, and then you just keep up with your own kid. You don't like what he's doing? Talk to your kid. You see what he's doing, he's got a body cam.
Remember, politicians are supposed to work for us. We actually work for them, because somehow politicians become millionaires off of these NGOs. The politicians in California, they don't want anyone looking around into their fraud, because perhaps they are a part of the fraud. They want to scare people from investigating fraud in their state, because investigating fraud in their state means you're investigating them. Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Perfectly right.
Thank God California's got some hot little freaks. Because that's the only thing that's saving them, Lummy.
I love you, Sarah.
You can have Jimmy Kimmel and you can have all that liberal nonsense. I'm out, buddy. I love you too, Sarah, for saving my friend.
Good to see you there, Mr. Warsaw, Indiana.
Yeah, I got to go. Me and Larry are going out for lunch.
All right, have fun.
Fantastic.
Can you eat some fried chicken?
I'm going to give me some fried chicken. No, I'm trying to get down to 89, Gene. I'm trying to eat responsibly.
I'm rooting for you, bro.
Let me. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter program.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.